got great tradition, so they got a lot to build on. They just both have some building to do.
Well, obviously, here at the backyard tonight, we're going to explain why they call it the backyard. We're going to tell you about the players, the coaches, and a whole lot more. But it's time to bring in the third member of our broadcast team. He's down on the field with Conway Athletic Director Anthony Cheraw. Take it away, Andrew Mize.
We're here with Athletic Director of Conway High School, Anthony Cheraw, to present him the check from Conway Medical Center. Anthony, how is this check going to help out the school?
Well, first, let me just say thank you to Conway Medical Center for coming out tonight and giving us the opportunity to host this game. $500 is a benefit that will definitely help our kids and, go towards pregame meals or whatever other other items we may want to purchase for them. We just appreciate you guys being here.
And again, thanks again to Conway Medical Center for presenting tonight's check.
Thank you, Andrew. And tonight, the Conway Tigers trying to get their first victory of the season. The Cheraw Braves are 1-1 after a huge loss to Marlboro County last week. But we'll tell you all about that on the Horry County Solid Waste Authority starting lineups and the Mr. Sparky keys to the game when we return to the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW.
When it comes to world-class orthopedic care and sports medicine services, CMC Orthopedics is with you every step of the way. Our team of highly skilled, board-certified orthopedic physicians specialize in a wide range of musculoskeletal problems with both non-surgical and surgical treatments. With a comprehensive range of services and cutting-edge technology, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Storm season is here. Let us help keep your power on. Don't be left in the dark. Prevent power outages and all kinds of weather with a Briggs & Stratton backup generator. We'll help determine the correct size generator to keep the lights on. So keep your family safe and comfortable with the Briggs & Stratton backup generator all year long. No job is too big or small. Call Mr. Sparky and we'll be right over.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Want to recycle plastic bags? Be sure to do it right. Plastic bags are a serious contaminant when processing recyclables. Therefore, they are not accepted for recycling in your curbside cart or at recycling centers. Plastic bags can be recycled by returning them to retail stores, like grocery or department stores. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org for more info on how to recycle right, South Carolina.
Leaving a legacy is about reaching the end of the track and making sure there's room for new things coming. The old values that built what started stay strong, while new hands take charge. MD Roofing is a house built on generations. That's what makes us strong. So you can trust us to keep your house strong too. We're MD Roofing, and we're part of your strong house.
Back at the backyard at Conway High School, just up Highway 501 in the county seat of Horry County, taking on a team that has not played in Horry County schools since 2001, the Cheraw Braves. So they're coming to Conway for the first time in a very long time. I'm Alan Smothers with Chuck Jordan, and Coach, it's time for the Mr. Sparky keys to the game. Mr. Sparky is America's on-time electrician.
Well, in talking to both coaches this week, Alan, the first thing that Conway said is that they got to win the rushing battle and the turnover battle, because I think turnovers have plagued them a bit.
Yeah.
And then in talking to Cheraw, Coach Poole feels like that he's got to have a good start. He can't afford to allow Conway to put points up, too many on the front end, and then them catch up with it. So I think he feels basically the same way, and turnovers is the name of the game most times.
Conway has turned the ball over 7 times this year and were penalized 17 times last week in the loss to Loris. Conway in all green tonight with the gold helmets. Cheraw in all white with the white helmets as well. It's time for the Horry County Solid Waste Authority protecting tomorrow's environment today starting lineups. The Conway Tigers won the opening toss and elected to defer, so the Braves will get the football first, and they'll start with Caden Thomas at quarterback. The running backs are Cam McClendon and Crawford Poole. The wideouts are Zay Campbell, Derek Isaac, and Deshaun Drake. The front five are Bernard Joyner, Ashton Walls, Ed Meeks at center, Caleb Terry, and John Campbell. The Tigers are ready to kick it off. A very short approach to the football by the Conway kicker, Brantley Hall, and it's a line drive. It's going to be picked up on the run at the 30, 35, breaks away from 2, 3, 4 tacklers. Cam McClendon out to the 45-yard line.
And, Alan, I think we'll see a lot of Cam tonight because he's their leading rusher, and I think they depend on him heavily. That was, by the way, that was Brantley Hall kicking off, and he does both duties for Conway as kickoff and also as the extra point guy. And I think it's been very good so far this year with it.
And the punter is Lou August. Let's look at the Horry County Solid Waste Authority defense for Conway. Sakai McClendon is the rush end. Isaiah Shipman is the nose tackle. And Luke August is the drop end. The linebackers are Jordan Taylor, Jaden Stubbs, Jordan Bellamy, and Hunter Onley from left to right. We'll look at the defensive backfield after this first play. It's McClendon on 1st and 10 across the 50 into Conway territory at the 49. A 6-yard gain is going to make it 2nd down and 4. The defensive backfield, right corner is Jameer Isom. The left corner is Tremaine Hunter. The strong safety is Jamel Davis. And the free safety is Trayshawn Talley, Coach.
Yeah, and basically what Cheraw did then, they just isolated, ran the power off the right side, and he got 6 on that, which is a good first down call for him.
Absolutely. Single setback in the pistol formation. Twin receivers to the low of your screen, one to the top. He brings a man in motion. That's Tyler Gordon. Play action. He actually keeps the football. He used his throwing motion, but he handed to Cam McClendon. You'll see that on a regular basis. He's carried the ball for 38 times, 211 yards on the season, Coach.
Yeah, and what you're going to see also is that counter that they just ran, and they like to run the counter into the boundary because they feel like this defense that Conway runs is going to overshift a little bit to the field, and so they'll try to bring it to the boundary a good bit. Anytime you see those guards and tackles pulling, that's what they're running.
That was a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Myrtle Beach Hyundai, remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. 1st and 10. Ball is snapped over the quarterback's head. He's on the run. Caden Thomas is going to be sacked way in the backfield and deep into Conway territory.
And that's about a 20-yard loss, and that's a big play for Conway because they had gotten, and you can see right here, that ball's a little high, but he's got his eyes somewhere else as well.
Yep, ball hit him in the shoulder.
And so when that ball comes back there with a little bit of steam, you better be looking at it.
Jordan Taylor makes the tackle deep into Cheraw territory. Cheraw is back at its own 40 now. They need to get to the Conway 33 for a first down.
Yeah, and you can look for them to try to get the ball down the field right here, I think. With this down and distance, they're going to pretty much have to throw it. They swing it out to the back, but he overthrows him a little bit.
That's a wheel route to the tailback, Cam McClendon. He has caught 4 passes this year out of the backfield, but that time the pass was too tall, had no chance at it. It's 3rd, and we'll call it 35, something like that. I have to do the math. I have to take off both shoes to add this one up. That's 10, 27.
25, yeah.
27, as Paul Gable tells us, our statistician. And it's going to be a counter to McClendon. McClendon breaks 2-3 tackles in the backfield. He turns the corner on the left, crosses midfield into Conway territory at the 48, but not nearly enough for the first down. So decision time for Andy Poole, head coach of the Cheraw Braves.
Well, and I would think he's going to try to punt them down here because nothing you want more than to have the other team start their drive inside their 20, and it gives an opportunity to do that. I've been real impressed with McClendon so far, Alan. I think he shows a lot of movement, a lot of quickness, and so we need to keep an eye on him. If he has a big night, it's going to be tough for Conway.
Daniel Rhodes is going to punt for the Braves. Josh Pierce is the head coach for the Conway Tigers. He sends his return man back there. That's Mike Williams, Chris Quick. And the ball is snapped over the punter's head. They've got some special teams issues, Coach.
Well, I tell you, Alan, it's hard to play this game when you don't get the snap. And that's one of the things about the shotgun. When you're having trouble snapping, it usually translates to your kicking game as well, particularly if it's the same guy.
Here's the Mr. Sparky replay way over the punter's head, and he's just going to have to grab it, get what he can get. He loses even more yardage, but great coverage on the play by Jamel Davis to make the tackle deep in Braves territory at the 28-yard line.
And Alan, Kelly Andrucci, the Conway defensive coordinator, told me that he felt like they could block a punt. And I think that's what they were doing then, was going after it. So it timed up well for them.
Conway's Jaquan Cadillac Brantley in the backfield. He sends Smalls in motion, and the quarterback is going to keep it himself. Noah Legg, only a sophomore. He's carried it. That'll be his 15th rush.
We got a flag on the edge over there, Alan. Not sure it is what it is, but it's about the 20-yard line.
Jordan Jenkins, the top receiver for Conway, is indicating that penalty is against Cheraw. Let's see if they take the.
I saw where the coach's plan book was out on the field, so I guess that's what it was. He threw it out there out of frustration. So, he probably told one of his kids, step up, and he backed up. That's probably why he threw it.
Well, now the officials, let's see if they're going to mark it. Yep, they mark a penalty, but it's from the spot of the foul. So what would have been a first down, Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down for Conway, it's going to be 1st and 12 from the point of the foul. Twin back pistol. Noah Legg is your quarterback. Cadillac Brantley is back there, I believe, with Mike Williams. Hard to see the numbers from here.
Yeah, it is. I don't like them daggum gold numbers.
It's Chris Quick that's in the backfield, and Noah Legg is going to keep it himself again.
And he looks like he gets about 3. Cheraw Allen is running what a lot of people call a split 4, but they're running a 4-4 defense. They got one stand-up lineman, and they'll move their linebackers around based on what they feel like they're getting in a particular formation.
Yeah, Coach Poole sent me a roster that had only 3 down linemen, but he claims he runs a 4-3, so I'll take his word for it. We'll give you the starters on the Horry County Solid Waste Authority starting lineups after Cadillac Brantley gets it down inside the 15-yard line. They're going to say his knee hit down at the 17, but it's still going to be just, yeah, it is a first down. I was going to say, I thought he got the first down, but they're going to move the chains.
And that was an impressive run, Alan. I felt like he had just a small hole, but he got through it in a hurry.
Coach.
And again, we got a split 4 up there. They're kind of bringing those linebackers a little more up tight and squeezing off on the edge. They've got 8 men very, very close to the box.
Ball on the left hash, and that's what Ed said. Red zone for the Tigers. Noah Rogers hands off to Cadillac Brantley again. This time he is hit at the line of scrimmage and stood up by Amari Short, Anthony Strong, and Kia Sweeter, who have the, I'll make that Kia Streeter, the rush end, who have that front 3 for the Cheraw Braves.
And I wouldn't be surprised that you don't see Conway throw the ball right here. And one of the reasons is they're beginning to bring some edge pressure from the outside. And those outside linebackers, and they put too many in there, it's hard to block them all.
Second down, 10.
You can see right there how tight they are. We're one-on-one to the width of the field.
Front 5 for Conway. Aiden Quillen at left tackle. Left guard, Lou August. The center is Grayson Harvey. The right guard is Eli Johnson. The right tackle is Owen Smith. And the quarterback is looking to pass, Coach. He's flushed, and then he throws it in the direction where there's nobody on that side of the field. That could easily be described as an intentional grounding penalty.
Yes, and I think what happened, I think the receiver may have dipped when he should have dapped. And that's why he threw it to look like nobody was there, and I think the official recognized that.
So Noah Legg, only a sophomore, 6'2", 205. His tight end is Carter Tillman. They had a quick change as the starting tight end, Brayson Gerald, was hurt in practice last night and had to make a quick adjustment, moving Carter Tillman to tight end. And they moved Javon Smalls in motion to the right and swing a pass near side to Cadillac Brantley. He's inside the 10, close to the 5. And that is going to be another first down.
And, you know, Alan, this is where Conway has struggled in their first 2 games is in the red zone. And so I think how they do down here is going to be dependent. But you can see he just runs a swing route here. And what they're doing, again, Alan, what they're trying to accomplish there, and of course, we got a penalty that's going to back them up. We got a hold, and it looks like a procedure call.
That's twice.
So it's going to be probably 2nd and 15, or is it 3rd already?
It is 3rd and about 15, yeah, Coach. And they had 17 penalties on them last week at Loris. Already 2 on this first drive.
Well, and you just got to settle them down, and hopefully they'll settle in and gain a little bit of confidence and do it without thinking.
Henry Singleton saved that touchdown, but it would have been called back either way. They give it to Cadillac Brantley again. He bulls his way to the 20, and it's going to be 4th down and about, we'll call it 12.
And, you know, Alan, one of the things I think in high school football, if you can get inside the 20 and be able to kick it through, that's a very, very good thing. And so we'll see kind of how they feel about that. Of course, they're on the 20 right now, aren't they?
Yes, they're dead on the 20, and Brantley Hall is their place kicker, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 12. Noah Legg takes the snap, rolls to his left, gets away from the rush, but he's not going to get away from it long. He gets a 5-yard pickup, but it's not enough for a first down, so the Tigers are going to turn it over on downs. On their first possession, we take timeout, no score with 5:44 to play in the first quarter as you're watching the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW21.
Hello, I'm Cecil Chandler. Did you know that it's the people that make Myrtle Beach Hyundai so successful? The 2024 Santa Fe Limited. The 2024 Santa Cruz, more than a truck for hauling and cruising. How about the 2024 Palisade, room for the entire family? The 2024 Tucson with great mileage. Plus, we have great service and good deals. Remember, it's the people here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai that make it so successful.
HDC is here to connect you to the things that matter most in your life. With the area's largest fiber optic network, HDC is here with the fastest speeds to help power your day. Do a little multitasking. Keep the peace. All to help your day run smoother than ever before. See how HDC is here to connect you to your world. And take advantage of these great offers today.
Welcome back to the Conway High School backyard, and it's time for the MD Roofing and Solar Raise the Roof fan cam. MD Roofing and Solar, building a legacy, one roof at a time. And there you see the Conway Tiger Sports Network, Ashley Smith and his boys up in the booth, and then the Conway Tiger fans here at the backyard. Coach, let's tell people why they call this the backyard.
Well, you know, we were the graveyard when we were at Coastal Carolina because we were across the street from Hillcrest Cemetery.
And people don't know that Conway used to play on the same field.
Yeah, they played there from 1964 up until 1999.
But the field was in an opposite direction.
And we got a big play, Alan.
Huge play up the middle.
It looks like he's going to go. It was right up the gut.
And that is going to be Cam McClendon.
McClendon's going to score. I see no yellow flags.
I don't see any flags on the field, Coach.
And if we can see that again, I think you're just going to see where a couple of secondary people just kind of got caught on the heel. We do see one.
Yep, that's right, but it's inside the yellow at midfield, so that's the reason I didn't see it. It's going to be brought back. It would have been an 84-yard touchdown run by Cam McClendon, but instead it is going to be a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down, but it's going to be a lot less than what they would have gotten. They take the 6 off the board and put it back inside Brave territory.
But, you know, when you see your guy running, I've gotten so accustomed over the years, when I see one break it, instead of watching him, I look behind him to see if there's a daggone flag.
Yep.
And it's the nature of the beast because a lot happens behind the play.
That's the first penalty against Cheraw. A couple have been called on Conway offensively. Let's see where they're going to mark the football. There's a confab at midfield to determine where the penalty actually happened, and then the 15-yard penalty will be marked from there. We were talking about the graveyard on the campus at Coastal Carolina University. The field then went north to south.
Yes, it
now
did.
It goes east to west.
Yes, it did. And then, but anyway, what happened, Coastal was getting that sun in their eyes on the home side, and at one time they switched the sides.
Right.
But guess what? They switched them back because they had the big side getting the sun in the eyes, and they just said, what the heck, and they left it that way.
Yeah,
and
Joe
I think
Moglia didn't like it.
Yeah, I think another thing that happened is they raised the deck on the other side, on the west side, which helped the vision over there as well. But anyway, getting back to the backyard, when they moved here, when we moved over here, we said, well, what can we play on? Well, we said, well, we're finally in our backyard.
In the backyard.
So that's how it got the name the backyard. And officially it's the E. Craig Wall Jr. Memorial Stadium, and I'll always be indebted to that family for giving us some financing that really helped us do that. And then our field house is the Derek Sasser field house, and that's honor Coach Derek and Coach Sasser both. So all those people are extremely appreciated.
You have followed in some big shoes, Coach, in George F. Buddy Sasser and Julius Derrick. They were legends here, and you picked up and carried right on with it with several undefeated regular seasons. And but I'll say this. You did yeoman's work in building this stadium because it was funded all with private money.
Yes,
no
it was.
public money was used to build this stadium. Now, the turf field was put down by the county, but this stadium was built by funds that you raised.
Well, and not me, but this community, and they actually got behind it, and we were able to raise $1.3 million in a community to do this. And I think the thing that irritated me all these years, to be honest with you, is we did all this, and then a couple years later they started building stadiums and field house for the rest of the people because they were complaining about what we had.
That's exactly right. That's what happens.
Dadgum 'em.
Yep, that's what happens. Here's the snap. The ball was placed at the 36-yard line, and it's tossed to Cam McClendon again.
That's got to be McClendon. And I'll tell you, Alan, he's running with a heck of a lot of confidence right now, and they're going to have to find a way to slow him down. They basically are running inside between the tackles and then trying to get him on the perimeter.
And that may well have been Amari Short, who I think is wearing number 20 tonight. Hey, our buddy
And
Nate.
I just got a sighting of Nate Thompson, the baby bear.
He's here at Conway. He was your assistant for many, many years before going and winning state championships at Carver's Bay. Nate, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Great. Great to see
Hey,
you.
the only reason he came up here, don't let him lie you. He don't want to see us. He just wants some of my popcorn.
He knew you would have food.
That's right.
Didn't you, Nate? You knew Coach would have food.
He came up here for the popcorn, baby. I love you, T.
You know I do. Love you always.
And penalty again on Cheraw is going to back him up. That would have been a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down, and maybe it still will be after the penalty is marked off. First and 15, back at the 41-yard line. And
you know, Alan, thus far, both of these teams have hurt themselves more than the other team has, really. And they just, it's early in the season, but you got to clean that stuff up.
Derek Isaac in the slot to the near side, along with Deshaun Drake. Drake is the wideout, but they hand off up the middle. That is, they changed numbers on us again, Coach. That number 25 is Justin Joint, and you said that they would run him a little bit tonight. Joint is their top return man, but he's not listed as one of their running backs, so I didn't have him on the roster.
He's playing at corner a lot, and I think he's going to use him some here. We got another flag on the field, Alan. It's going to back them up. Now, they're running a lot of counter right now. And the thing about the counter, if you're not careful, it lends itself to grabbing and holding if those linemen get over the top of your face, and I think that's what you're seeing right now.
And that's a 10-yard penalty, so that's going to mark them back 15 yards. So it's at least first and 25. Paul Gable says 26, and I agree. First and 26. Ball back at the 28-yard line. Swing pass Could be a fumble, but he picks it up, and they'll say it was a forward pass.
Yeah, they'll say it was incomplete, actually.
Yeah, incomplete forward pass.
And you know what I'm seeing right now, it looks like Cheraw's had a good bit of success running the football, but on when they get behind in the down, they go to throwing it immediately, and I'm sure Kelly has figured that out because he's an excellent defensive-minded coach.
Justin Joint stays in the ball game. It's been McClendon who has toted the mail mostly throughout this first quarter. We still have 4:10 to go. Clock stops on every penalty. This time Joint is stopped after a gain of, we'll call it 5. It'll be third down and about 21-yard line, or 22. Let's call it 22. And so they got a long way to go.
Yeah, and the chains have helped Conway out tremendously because when you get in these situations, it's tough to make play calls on offense. And so what Conway's got to look out for here, I think, is just them taking the ball and trying to hurl it down the field. But the second thing is getting one of their backs involved in the passing game because their backs can go.
It appears to me, Coach, that Cheraw wants to let this game drag out as long as they can and keep it at a, reasonable score because they are taking all of the 30 seconds on the play clock. Here's the swing pass, bubble screen underneath. It is caught by Nick Gordon. Gordon takes it across the 40.
Yeah, and Gordon is normally a defensive back, but he comes in and plays some wide out and some tailback. And basically what they tried to do then is run a tunnel screen back inside, get the defense overplaying that and getting back up under it, but Conway played it well.
You're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 27, make it the 37. Thank you, Paul.
And again,
37-yard line, and it's hard to, the way they're going backwards. It is fourth down, and they're going to punt.
And you're going to see Conway, I think, try to go and get this, and they did. And they did a really good job, I think, of not only getting it. And we got a good return in progress here. That was a great job out of the fielder there. That was a little late hit on the sideline, and flags coming out. Once he gets over there and gets, especially on his home bench, and you hit him out of bounds, it's going to get called.
Davion Rogers on the return out to the 47, and they're going to add 15 to that after the late hit.
I thought that was an excellent run, Allen, because what he did is he caught the ball and took off immediately, and that's the way he was able to evade the first guy down. He got on the sideline and hugged the sideline and did a really good job for him. Now, the key here, Conway has moved the ball. They've been able to rely on a solid or a somewhat solid running game and the quarterback's arm, but they haven't done it in the red zone, and so they need to convert here.
So this will be a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. It says fourth down on the marker, but it should be first down. They got like 4th and 9 is what they're saying on the marker, but it'll be 1st and 10. He's not standing.
Yeah, and you know why they do that, don't you, Alan? You know why they do that.
I do not.
So the guy holding the down marker can see the game.
Okay, well, I would let him stand to the side.
I said it tongue in cheek, but typically you see a lot of people do that simply because they don't want to have to stand right on top of one another. And then after first down, they have to make it right.
So 1st and 10 from the 37. And it's going to be Noah Legg handing off to Cadillac Brantley.
And
Brantley breaks the tackle and is pushed out of bounds at the 27. So close to a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Let's see if they give him a full 10.
And, you know, Cadillac's got most of his yardage hitting up in there and then bouncing it outside because he's got excellent pickup speed.
In the first 2 games, Cadillac 20 carries for 66 yards and 3 touchdowns. But he's a yard short here. So it's 2nd down and 9. Or second down and 1. I'm sorry, after the 9-yard pickup. 2nd down and 1.
This is a good down to take a shot, too, on 2nd and 1. I mean, if you feel like you got the right matchups outside, it's a good time to throw it down the field.
And the glass in the other booth there, Coach, is all fogged up, so I can't see. I'm going to have to lean over here and see First down for Cadillac Brantley inside the 20. And they keep narking him down at least a yard short of where the ball is. I guess they're saying the knee went down first at the 21, but it's still enough for a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Close to the, that's what Ed said, red zone.
And Cheraw's playing a lot of 3-deep coverage. They're playing a 4-4 with 3 deep. And basically, that's to keep them from going over the top.
The man in motion was Aaron Black, and he set up as the lead blocker and led for about 8-yard pickup, so 2nd and 2. It is now in the, that's what Ed said, red zone. And
again, they're putting a lot of pressure on the ball, so don't be surprised to see them go outside here. They've got 8 in the box or 7 in the box, and it's a pretty tight 7.
Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski celebrating 30 years at ABC 15. Here's Noah Legg with a single back pistol. Hands off. That's Black. And Black carries for about...
Got the first down.
3, yep.
Yeah, you want to get those first and goals at about
Mike Williams,
at about the 2-yard line, not the 10.
It's hard to,
that's hard. That's tough yardage down there, first and goal from the 10.
Very hard to see these numbers tonight. They're so fogged up, and not only just the windows, but they're blurring out. So that was Mike Williams on the carry. Williams.
And it appears to be Cadillac in there at tailback now.
So it's first and goal just inside the 10. And we've got a false start against Conway, so it's going to be first and goal from the 15.
That's tough yardage. And again, Alan, this is where Conway's had their trouble so far this year. They've been able to move the ball fairly well until they got in the red zone, and so hopefully they'll figure that out before the night's over.
Just hoping the officials don't know this game is on TV tonight. They want as much airtime as the players. Man in motion. They're going to hand off to the jet sweeper. And that is number 7, Chris Quick.
We got a flag.
And, yep.
Yeah, that was Chris Quick.
Flag.
And I thought Chris did a real good job then of kind of waiting on his blocks. He out-leveraged the front and didn't cut up field until he saw what was happening at the next level.
It's a hold on the play, so it's going to cost him 10 from the point of the foul.
And I can tell you there's nothing more frustrating as a coach than to see that mess when you have positive plays, to see that ball move backwards.
So it's going to be another 10-yard mark-off back to the 15-yard line where they started.
Actually, 25,
Oh, it's the 25. I'm sorry,
so they've
you're
had
right.
a 5-yard penalty and
a 10-yard penalty. So first and goal from the 25. Man in motion is Quick. He drops to pass, throws it to Quick, but too far out in front, skips off his fingertips, and incomplete. Second down and goal.
And that was basically just a little flood screen out there with the wideouts, but Cheraw was able, and you can see it right here, Cheraw was able to back up in the secondary simply because you can see how many people are out there. They haven't had that many, but they knew they had to throw the football in this case.
So Robert Brown could have been called for a headshot on one of the Conway wide receivers trying to block out in front of Chris Quick. But twin receivers to the right side, one to the left. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Noah Legg skips around, avoids the rush for a while, and now he doesn't. And the tackle.
And he wanted to go back the other way with that ball, but just didn't have enough time to wind up and get it out.
Mr. Sparky,
and he showed
replay.
pretty good pocket presence in there at some point. But there comes a point right here where you got to get rid of the ball. You got to decide to get it out either to one of my players or out of bounds.
So Legg loses even more. So it's going to be third down. That was a sack by Amare Short, who has two solo tackles, make that 3 now, and 2 assists.
And I think
his first sack.
I think you're going to see Cheraw backing it up. They look to be in a cover 2 shell right now.
It's going to be the final play.
Going to get us.
Yeah, final play of the first quarter. comes to an end. No score. Cheraw and Conway are knotted, and we'll be back with more of the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW.
Robinson Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. Offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, video gaming and simulation, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Hey, I'm having an issue with your website. I can't log in.
That's a website issue.
Right.
You'll have to reach out to customer service.
You're not customer service?
Just call customer service and they'll get you set up. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What's the number for customer service?
It's on the website.
Don't let a big bank make you feel small. At Anderson Brothers Bank, you matter. Anderson Brothers Bank, treating you like family since 1933.
No one wins alone.
NASCAR is really a team sport.
You need your mechanics, your pit crew to make everything come together.
No different at Morgan & Morgan. That attorney has a great team behind him that makes them the winning team.
That's Ginger Z weekday mornings on Good Morning America for your national weather.
Then turn on ABC 15 News and catch Ed for your local forecast in the evening.
ABC 15 is your weather authority.
That's what Ed said.
Recycle right, South Carolina. Shredded paper can become litter if it's not properly recycled. In Horry County, shredded paper must be placed in clear plastic bags, securely tied and recycled with other recyclables. Taking these steps ensures your shredded paper isn't wasted. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org for more info on how to recycle right, South Carolina.
HTC is here to connect you to the things that matter most in your life by providing the area's largest fiber optic network to help you catch up with family. Check the weather for your morning stretch and set the stage for a night in with friends. Because whatever you're into, HTC Internet is here with the largest fiber optic network to connect you to what matters most. Take advantage of these great offers and learn more at htcinc.net today.
You're watching your CW21.
Here with Dr. Jason Sharp of Conway Medical Center. High school football season is here. It's a grueling grind. What do these players need to do to make sure that they stay healthy?
So the thing that I can tell them, at least early in the season, is make sure they're hydrating. Hydrating the day before a game, day of a game, because if they start cramping, they're already behind. We're trying to get water, fluids, electrolytes into them, but they need to do a great job before so that way they don't have any issues during. Another thing that they can do, as well as parents, is make sure you talk to your athletic trainer. The athletic trainer is the one who's kind of the gatekeeper. They can help you decide whether or not you even need to come into the doctor. Also, the 4 schools that we have, St. James, Soxty, Conway, and Carolina Forest, they all know us. They all have a secure texting system, so they can all let us know. We can get the kids in same day, next day.
Thank you to Conway Medical Center for donating $500 each week to the host school. In total, our local schools will receive $5,000 this season. We're set for the beginning of the second half. Conway Tigers attacking the end zone to our right now. Noah Legg with a single setback. Play action pass. Here comes a heavy rush. And they were throwing the screen intended for Cadillac Brantley, so it's going to be 4th and goal from the 32.
Yeah, and Alan, what you want to do on a screen like that, you want to hold the lineman up for a split second and then let them go and rush the quarterback. Problem is they didn't touch number 9, Amari Short, and he came through clean, and so Noah had to get it out before his guy was really open.
Conway's going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 32. Looking for a deep pass across the middle. He's got a receiver, but it's intercepted right at the 1.
That's a great interception for Conway.
Yeah, for Conway it is. Why wouldn't he just knock that ball down?
Well, you say that, but they don't think about it.
No, he wants to
my
get
man saw that football in the air, and that thing was so big, and he picked it out.
He wanted the interception.
That is the best play they could possibly have on 4th down. Look right there, and that was a good one. And I think you realize it right here when his teammates start saying, dummy.
Yeah, he's going, I got me an interception, baby. Got me an interception.
But nonetheless, it's the best outcome Conway could have had other than being able to get
Score
the first down and score. Yeah.
So goes out of bounds at the 2. So Cheraw will take it over 98 yards from pay dirt.
And then what happens when you get down here, your play selection is so limited, and you're not willing to really work with a lot of width because you're in the end zone. So Conway should be able to hunker down and play him up front real well.
Single back pistol, they hand off to McClendon. McClendon gains 3 or 4 positive yards.
And the thing that impresses me about McClendon, he gets up behind his blocks, and as soon as that opening shows, he takes it. And he's been an impressive back tonight.
Jaden Stubbs on the tackle. 3-yard gain, 2nd down 7.
Conway is mostly, they're playing a cover 3 a lot of times, and then they're playing cover 2 if the ball's into the hash. Like right here, what you're seeing is a cover 2 out of their defense. And that was one of the things that I know Cheraw was concerned with, is the changing in the secondary, et cetera, that they did.
Fumble.
Balls out. Let's see
Conway
what
looks
happens.
like they had 5 green shirts around the football. If they didn't get it, that thing had grease all over it.
Yeah, it did. And, it came out clean. And if we could see it again, I don't know if it was somebody on a tackle.
No, it just scored.
Yeah,
it punched
it did.
out from behind.
Yeah, and you got to give, I'm not sure what number is there, but it was a big number.
Yeah, punched out from behind.
And he did a good job of really punching that football and knocking it out. Now, nonetheless, this is Conway, another opportunity for Conway. They got to cash in eventually.
This is that's what Ed said, red zone, and we've got a timeout on the field. The Cheraw Braves are going to take it, and we'll take it with them. 10:59 to play first half. No score. Cheraw and Conway on the Conway Medical Center Friday night rivals.
Hello. Hey. I would like to introduce you to... there he is. My guy. Hey. Hey. Man, this guy is my tall king. Buddy boy. My bro nail polish. This guy.
Remembering that one guy's name is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
My man. Oh, man.
Morgan & Morgan. The choice is easy.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Some things are better left to the professionals. Mr. Sparky is your electrical expert. We install whole home generators, electric panels, indoor and outdoor lighting, and now we even service your solar panel systems. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. No job is too big or too small. Call us, Mr. Sparky, and we'll be right over. And remember,
8 Sparky.
It's time for the MD Roofing and Solar Building Legacy, one roof at a time. Raise the Roof Fan Cam. And this is the Conway student section now. We had the booster section earlier, and this is the Conway student section on the near end of the field. And not anything to be real excited about right now, but they do have the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Well, no doubt, and yet they have run the ball well on occasion, but not consistently.
So 1st and 10. Ball lays at the 14-yard line for the Tigers. Noah Legg. He's got Cadillac Brantley in the backfield with him. He's going to hand it to him. Brantley scatters his way down to inside the 10 to around the 8. We'll call it a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 5. They can pick up the first down at the 4.
And I think you're going to see Cheraw put as many in the box as they can afford to get here. Of course, Conway's got 3 wideouts employed, which is going to take care of 3. But that safety is, if he walks up in that box, it really encourages you to get to that inside receiver.
Mike Williams in the backfield with him now. He'll get the handoff, and he's going to get the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. It'll be 1st and goal from around the 5.
Yeah, and that was a big first down for him then,
Actually,
Alan.
no, that they're going to be a yard short. That's a 3-yard pickup,
yeah.
So he's going to be yard short.
Well, he's still got 2 downs to get 1.
2 downs. 2 downs easy. And we're inside 10 minutes to play in the first half.
And, you know, Cheraw is playing extremely well, in my opinion, up front.
Defensively, they are.
They are doing a good job with the inside game. The yardage that Conway's got, the backs have done a good job seeing and adjusting.
Man in motion near side. He sets up as the lead blocker. It's
There it
Williams
goes.
again, but Williams takes it in to the house. His first touchdown of the season for the Conway Tigers.
And that was simply a counter, something they've been running, but they got a little bit of a hold in. They were able to call it to the correct side, and it's a big touchdown for Conway.
So that is our first touchdown of the ball game. And, of course, big games all year long here on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals. And the end zone, see that play and all the highlights from around the area tonight on the end zone on ABC 15. Got the swinging gate here, Coach. And they're going to go for 2 on the play. Cadillac Brantley takes it in for the 2-point conversion on the swing pass to him, if you want to call it that.
And if we can see that again, I want to see it because I didn't see it the first daggone time. Okay.
We'll do it after the break. 9:40 to play on the in the.
Well, here we go.
quarter.
Here we go. And you can see basically what you do is look out there and you count the numbers. And if the numbers are in your favor, you throw it out there and take what you get.
All right.
It's a good call.
Replay, and it is a 2-point conversion. Conway up 8-0 on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals.
And the thing I like about that,
Coach, as soon as I hit Friday.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Franklin Plumbing. Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed. Fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
Back live at the Conway High School backyard. And, Coach, you asked about the punch out of the fumble. It was Isaiah Shipman who punched that fumble or punched the ball out when Cheraw fumbled the football out to the 14-yard line, and they went in for the touchdown.
And that's the difference in the ball game right now. Shipman punched that out, and it was a great job, by the way. He pursued it and punched it from behind. But nonetheless, it was a 3-play, 16-yard drive on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Took 1:19 off the clock.
All right. SEC football is now on ABC. The season kicks off tomorrow with a great game again in the middle of the day. And we'll tell you about it coming up in just a moment. And here's a high short kick. The SEC on ABC kickoff. And I've got the ABC game tomorrow is my Wolfpack of NC State taking on the Tennessee Volunteers at 7:30 tomorrow night on ABC. So an SEC ACC matchup right here on the CW tomorrow at 4 o'clock. My Mighty Marshall Thundering Herd takes on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And my good friend and just confidant Tom Brenneman is back on the mic.
And, Alan, I want to mention real quick, the tackle was made on that kickoff by Tremaine Hunter, who goes by the same name as a Tremaine Hunter that played for us earlier, and that's his son.
How about that? So a 4-yard pickup as the pile moves backwards, and that was a carry, I believe. Well, again, is that Joint? I believe it was number 25, Justin Joint.
Yeah, and I think this drive is particularly important to Cheraw. I know Andy doesn't want to get down quickly, and I think he'd like to keep it a one-score game if at all possible.
Caden Thomas takes the snap, and he swings it to Joint. Joint is hit hard and driven down by middle linebacker Jaden Stubbs.
Yeah, that was a tough lick there. Jaden came across and laid a lick on him. It was impressive.
Picks up 3 yards, though, close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Here's the CMC replay, Coach.
And you can see on the replay that he comes from the backside, and that's typically where you get those hits. That guy really doesn't see you. He doesn't prepare for that contact, and Stubbs laid him out.
Laid the wood to him. Single back pistol. Tailback right to his right. He hands off to Joint. Joint is going to be stood up.
That's a big stop for Conway. Big stop for Conway because he's going to be short on that, obviously. I think he probably got 0.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress back
and, you
to
know,
the line
Cheraw's got a tough call right here, but to me it's not a very tough when you punt it down and put them on a long field because if you don't get this, you're giving them a lot of opportunity. Let's see what they're going to do. They're either going to run it or they're going to call a timeout. They may take an opportunity to try to get them to jump off sides, or they may just try to get it right here.
All right, wideouts to either side, slot man to the near side left, and we've got a timeout called by Cheraw. That's their second timeout of the first half, and let's go down to the sideline to Andrew Mize. It's time for our Educator Spotlight.
I'm here with Chad Hamilton, assistant principal at Conway High School and former Coastal Carolina football player as well. Chad, great game tonight, but I think there's a lot more to Conway than sports programs. Tell us a little bit what y'all have going on.
So Conway High School now is a STEM and AVID school, and what that means is we are supplying our students with the necessary tools to be college and career ready. Also at Conway High School, our students have a plethora of courses they can choose from that's geared towards their pathway. Our teachers, they use top-notch pedagogy to ensure that all of our students' needs are being met. In addition to academics and athletics, our community partnership. We have some of the best community members, parents. They come out, they support us, and it's all a partnership to break barriers and to get us to that greatness standpoint.
Wow, a lot of great stuff going on at Conway, but thanks for talking to us, spending a little bit of time with us. We're going to throw it back to Alan up in the booth.
Thank you, Andrew. On 4th and less than 1, they're going to stop him again.
I don't know, Alan. He came up and made good contact on that play, but he didn't throw him backwards. He threw him forward.
Well, where they're marking it is not a first down.
Yeah, the mark is what matters. But you can see right here, that's good contact, but he actually, the ball threw forward, and I think it was a good spot. And it's going to be very, very close, Alan. I know what you're saying, but I'm looking at the stick over there.
I'm saying it's short.
I tell you what. I believe he's got a first down, boys.
I bet it's short.
I know I can see better than both of y'all together.
Right. Well, and that Educator Spotlight, great talk about the STEM program here at Conway High, is sponsored by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber. And you're right, Coach. But
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Alan.
I think they moved. You're right. You were right. My eyesight let me down, but they moved that football forward to the 38-yard line when it should have been down at the 37. But that's neither here nor there.
You're just trying to get out of the fact that I can see better than you. Don't even try that.
I agree that you can see better than me. I agree with that 100%. I can't see without my specs at all. 1st and 10. That's a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down for Cheraw. Trying to move the football. They hand off to Joint. Joint breaks 2 tackles, and he gets tripped up by his shoelaces at the 49-yard line. And that's going to be another Myrtle Beach Sunday first down, move the sticks.
And, you know, Cheraw is doing a pretty good job rushing the football. They really have. Now, they haven't thrown it with any success, but they haven't had to. The biggest problem Cheraw's had is when they've hurt themselves or when they turn the ball over here down close.
Ball lays flush on the 50-yard line. 7 minutes exactly to play in the first half. Conway sneaks a defensive back up. And then the toss sweep to the right side is to Joint again. Justin Joint moves the pile forward for about a 3-yard gain. Call it 3.5. It'll be second down and a long 6.
And McClendon is back in the game now. And I was just getting ready to, or is that McClendon or 6? That's 6, isn't it? But I was just getting ready to ask where McClendon was because he was really lighting it up in the first quarter, but we haven't seen him much since then.
So Caden Thomas has been giving it off to the non-listed running back, Justin
Joyner,
5'11", 180-pound sophomore. So Conway calls timeout with Cheraw moving the football. It'll be second down and 6. And we got some great games elsewhere tonight on the high school front. In 1A football, actually 2A versus 1A, Cheraw, or make that Pageland Central, a arch rival of Cheraw, is taking on Lamar tonight. The Black Nasty at home this evening. Hartsville is taking on Camden, and that is the longest running consecutive rivalry in the state. Socastee is at Aner, Myrtle Beach is at Sumter tonight, and South Florence at Northwestern. You just told me, Coach, that Northwestern leads South Florence by a couple of touchdowns, and we'll get some more scores up for you in just a moment. Tomorrow on the CW at 4 o'clock, Marshall is at Virginia Tech. On ABC tomorrow night, Tennessee is in Charlotte for the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game against my Wolfpack of NC State. Here in the state, we've got South Carolina State versus the Citadel. And here's a high snap to Thomas. Thomas, he shuffles it to Nick Gordon. Gordon comes around the end. I believe he got another. And a late penalty comes in. Maybe a late hit out of bounds.
Late hit out of bounds, and I thought that was an unnecessary call. I felt like that it was realistic in that he came across the field. Even though he was out of bounds, you got to lay your hands off of him, and you can see it right here. I think that call could have gone either way, but nonetheless, at that point, it was the right call, no doubt about it. And, you know, you run all the way across the daggum field, you want to hit somebody.
So the penalty is going to add 15 to the first down run. So that's going to march them closer to the goal line, and is now the nose of the football is touching that's what Ed said, red zone.
Well, and you know, Cheraw, again, has had some success running the football. They just hadn't been able to do it consistently.
Single back pistol. Caden hands off to Joyner. Joyner, again, carries the pile. Only a sophomore, but he keeps those legs moving, boy.
No doubt about it. He does a good job of kind of moving the pile when it looks like a scrum.
Gaining exactly 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 15. And Ed Piotrowski celebrating 30 years at ABC 15.
I didn't know Ed was that old, Alan.
Yeah, he's an NC State boy.
Well, that makes him even older.
Yeah, well, hey, nothing wrong with that. Makes him a lot smarter than most around here. Here's a pitch sweep to Joyner again. Justin Joyner. Ooh, if he'd have got past that outside defender.
That was Tremaine Hunter that came up and made that play. That was an excellent play because he took the inside route. Had he gotten out of Tremaine, he'd probably scored then.
He's gone. Yep.
So Tremaine did a great job coming up and making that tackle.
Only a 1-yard gain on the play, so 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Cheraw Braves, and they need to score here.
Big play for both of these teams because Conway needs to stop and Cheraw needs to score, no question about it. Particularly going in right before the half.
They're keeping Joyner in the ball game at tailback. Single back pistol. The up back blocker is Tyler Gordon. Gordon Looks like he's going to go in motion. No, it's going to be a Cheraw timeout.
And
that's their final timeout of the first half. And elsewhere tomorrow, the teams that we support the most, William and Mary is coming to Coastal Carolina tomorrow night for a 7 o'clock kickoff on ESPN+. Appalachian State goes to Clemson tomorrow evening, and so that's going to be a late start on the ACC network. And South Carolina at Kentucky is your game on ABC 15 tomorrow afternoon.
And, Alan, we got some scores, too, that are popping up right now. Lucy Beckham is leading St. James 13-0. Sacristy and Ainer are tied at 0 in the first quarter. Sumter is up on Myrtle Beach 21-0 in the first quarter. Green Sea and Mullins are tied at present. And then I saw up here earlier, of course, the Conway Cheraw game is 8-0. Fort Dorchester leads Stratford 12-7. And then Hartsville and Camden is 7-0 right now in the second quarter.
And a pass
Northwestern
to Justin Joyner. He throws a cross-screen pass, actually a little skinny post, and he scores the touchdown with 4:28 to play in the first half.
Well, I'm a knucklehead because I was reading scores and we got a score.
Yep. And here
we go. You can
actually,
see
it was a handoff to Justin. I thought he caught a pass across the middle because I saw the quarterback's arm come forward, and I was watching the scores like you were.
Yeah, and what happened then, Alan, defensively, they over-pursued, and he just cut it back and had a smooth route to the end zone. Now, they're going to kick it in. They're not going to try to match the two, but they're going to kick it in with a pretty good kicker they've got here.
Well, they switch
At least
him out.
on paper he is.
Charlie Phillips is the kicker. High snap, though, and he goes past it. They're going to try to get the two-point conversion.
Well, I'll be dogging.
No,
he
dropped it. He dropped it incomplete. That would have been a two-point conversion.
There's no doubt it would have, and you got to give the holder credit, particularly this early on. He picked that thing up and made a play out of it, but the snap was on the ground. He couldn't get it up,
too
and
high.
I think he just knew, it ended up on the ground. And, of course, you got to give the snapper some credit for doing that then, and he just couldn't pull it down. Now, that was a 10-play, 72-yard drive. Alan, it's been the most impressive touchdown drive we've seen tonight. It took 5 minutes and 6 seconds, 10 plays.
14-yard run by Justin Joyner finishes it off, and that would-be receiver in the end zone, Coach, was Damon Ellerby, and he is a running back. He's used to touching the football.
Well, and typically they'll use running backs and backup backs at those wing positions because they're used to taking contact, but they can also get out in the flats and catch the football.
So Conway hangs on to the lead 8-6 after the two-point conversion is nullified by the Conway Tigers. And with 4:28 to play in the first half, we got a lot of football left to be played on this humid night here at the E. Craig Wall Jr. Memorial Stadium, affectionately known as the Backyard.
And, Alan, I've been real impressed with both of these teams just flat out playing hard and getting after it. And that's the first thing you want to happen as a coach. You want to see your kids playing their butts off, and I think both teams are doing that. They made a lot of mistakes early. I think it was out of enthusiasm and just getting after it.
Woo.
Boy, he kicked that one, didn't he?
Only a two-step drop for Daniel Rhodes, and he kicks it square into the middle of the end zone. So that is an automatic touchback. Coach Poole told me that they'll rotate their kickers between Phillips and Rhodes, and every once in a while you might see Mystery Poe come in and kick.
Well, whoever kicked that one's the one I'd kick.
That was Daniel Rhodes.
Because if you can kick it in the end zone, they can't run it out in high school.
That's right. So out to the 20 for a 1st and 10 for Conway. Still leading, but less than a score now. Here's the
Conway runs the counter. He's got a little room in there. If he gets the block, Cadillac gets a good block, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the 36.
16-yard pickup for Cadillac Brantley.
And you can see the counter right here on the replay, Alan, and they really do a good job right here of blocking, and see him leading up in the hole and taking out that linebacker. Now, if that wideout had gone and climbed up to that corner, then it could have been a big play for him.
You're going to say he stepped out at the 34, so a 14-yard gain is still a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Cadillac Brantley stays in the backfield with Noah Legg. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Ball on the right hash. And he moves Brantley to the field side. And he fakes it to him. Now he's going to take it himself. He ran the ball on the first 2 plays of the ball game. He hasn't done that again until that scramble. The quarterback draw picks up about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, that was a strong run by Noah then. I thought he did a good job of sticking his nose up in there and getting all the yardage that was available.
He got 9, actually. Well, now they're going to say he got all 10 of them. So, Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Ball at the 44-yard line. So a 10-yard gain by the quarterback. Hands off to Brantley. Nope, that is Williams.
And he looks to get about 5 or 6. You know, Mike, it looks like, Alan, that they've just got a little momentum running the football for the first time this game. They seem to have a little momentum and also a little bit of a systematic way of doing it.
They're substituting the running backs on every series. And they pulls the pile forward for another Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. 15-yard gain to the 40.
And that was Mike Williams in.
Yep. Mike Williams is going to check out. Cadillac Brantley comes back. So they pick up a first down. They change running backs. That's what they did on the last first down. 1st and 10 at the 40. The handoff to Brantley. Brantley into the middle of that defense for the Braves. Picks up about, well, they're going to say went down at the 37. So it'll be a 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and I expect that Conway's got plenty of time. I expect with the success they're having right now running the football, that's where they're going to stay. Unless they get a full box.
Now they got Brantley again on the right side. Brantley can't turn the corner this time.
Yeah, and they're starting at Cheraw. If you look at Cheraw on defense, they just brought a big guy in, took a big guy out, but they're taking those linebackers inside and outside and moving them closer to the line of scrimmage, which is hopefully going to, that gives you an opportunity to go over the top if it presents itself, if the down and distance presents itself.
Henry Singleton and Javion Marshall share that tackle. That's number 15 for Singleton, 14 for Marshall.
And my thoughts here that you need to run the ball right here and get as much as you can for the 4th down purposes, and that's what they do with Noah rushing the football.
Noah Legg on 3rd and
He's
4.
close. I don't think he got there, Alan.
You're right. They mark him out of bounds at the 31, so he's going to be a yard short.
Yeah, and this is 4th and 1. It's a big down, so what do you do here? You do what you do
huddle.
well.
No huddle. They're going to go with the play call at the line of scrimmage.
And they've got something rehearsed.
Twins to the left, one to the right. Now they're up and looking to the near sideline. Offensive coordinator sends it in, and he moves Mike Williams to the left of Noah Legg. He brings the lead blocker in front to the right. And Noah's going to keep it himself. He's got the first down, but that's it.
Yeah,
no more.
He got hit in the mouth then. Hey, he ran that one like a quarterback. He's too high on that.
Yeah, standing straight up.
You go in there standing straight up, you're going to get tore up. But nonetheless, it looked like he got the first down. Now, I'll be surprised if he didn't. Yes, they called it. And that's an easy call for the official because the ball was spotted right on the line.
Right on the line marker.
And I see, the other coaches seem to be calling for a measurement, but it's an easy call for them. Now, they do have clock issues now.
Yep.
We're looking at Conway's got 2 timeouts left, which is a good thing. They got 1 minute and 20, but they got to preserve the clock, particularly since they're rushing the football like they are.
Now, here's a pass, and he's going to be sacked. 2 or 3 white shirts come in there all at one time, and Legg had no chance to get rid of the football.
And he's got to use one of those timeouts now, and which gives them one. They got to throw the football now. They don't have a choice but to throw it, and that's been their biggest problem tonight is they haven't protected well. And that makes it tough. And you can see right here, he just doesn't have time now. If he gets the ball out right now, he can get it out and throw it, but he doesn't have time. He pulls it down. The timing's not there, and he gets the sack.
Kia Streeter, the first man to get there, and then Tyler Gordon helped him out.
Well, I think the same is holding true, and I really like the way both of these teams have stuck with their running game, and then they both got to where they could move it pretty well running the football. But Conway has shown that when they got down here close and got a bad down, then they're struggling. Because as long as they stay ahead of the chains, they're moving the ball pretty effectively. They don't have quite the distant running game that Cheraw does, but they're doing a better job pounding it.
After the game, flip over to ABC 15 for all the highlights from our area on the End Zone with Sports Director Brandon Dunn. The End Zone starts at 11:20 on ABC 15 News. All right, second down, 15. Back at the 35. They give it to Mike Williams, and Williams is stopped for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 36.
And you got to get up and run a play here. You got to go.
So 3rd and 16 with 50 seconds left in the first half.
And that clock's running, and what they hope to get, they'll throw it right here, trying to get the ball down the field. They still got a timeout and a pass available. It's taking a long time to get that play in. That play's got to go.
Heading towards the A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report. Taking plenty of time to get this play off. It's down to 25 seconds before they snap it. Leg. Got a man open. Threw it behind him, though. Boy, he was open for a second.
Yeah, and that safety was coming over the top, so he tried to stick it in there rather than to throw it with any height. Now, the good thing is that stopped the clock. So they can probably get 3 more plays in here.
Because they need to get a first down, though. It's 4th down and 16.
Oh, is it 4th already?
4th and 16.
Yeah, well, there won't be 3 that way. Well, and they're going to have to throw the ball down the field, no question about it.
So they can pick up a first down at the 20-yard line, but if they
now,
do...
It appears as though they're going to punt it, Allen, and
yeah, they're going to punt.
I don't really see this other than some kind of fake, but we'll see.
Conway's Lou August is going to kick it away. The left-footed kicker kicks it high, and it's going to come down at the 3-yard line and rolls into the end zone. So it's going to bring it back out to the 20. Boy, he put a foot into that one.
Well, and I'm not sure what they gained there because they punted from about the 35, and you kick it in the end zone, you come back out to the 20, and they've got 12 seconds on the clock. I think you take a chance to throw that one up to see if you can have good luck. If they end up picking it off, big deal.
Yeah, I would see that. But A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. The Conway Medical Center Friday night rivals. Next week, we are on the road again. And then we've got a week off. So we'll have a bye week. What do you and Miss Pat doing that bye week, Coach? You got plans yet?
We're actually going to Oxford.
Good for you. See the Sun and Ole Miss.
Yep, and they got I think they've got Georgia Southern, which we'd like to see a little better, more competitive football game, but you go when you can.
Go when you can. That's it for the first half. They went about 4 yards on first down just to run the clock out, and Conway holds a 2-point lead over the Cheraw Braves on this, our fourth week. No, it is third week of the Conway Medical Center.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? Planet Fitness. Get the classic membership when you join now for $1 down and save at least $28. Cancel anytime with over 2,500 plus locations and equipment for every workout. You can get in and get energized with free fitness training, and most clubs open for 24 hours. Everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. Join today and get our classic membership for $1 down. No commitment, cancel anytime. Save at least $28. Deal ends September 12th.
HTC is here to connect you to the things that matter most in your life. With the area's largest fiber optic network, HTC is here with the fastest speeds to help power your day. Do a little multitasking. Keep the peace. All to help your day run smoother than ever before. See how HTC is here to connect you to your world. And take advantage of these great offers today.
This season, ABC 15 Sports has added a little help to ensure that the End Zone remains the #1 football show on Friday night. Just drag the clip onto the timeline. So let's go to our game of the week. Who shot these highlights?
Catch the End Zone every Friday night starting at 11:20, only on ABC 15 News. You're watching your CW21.
Continue your education with Robinson Community College's short-term training programs, offering adult high school diploma, barbering, electrical lineman, EMT, fire and rescue, HR management, law enforcement, leadership, massage therapy, nail tech, nurse aide, pharmacy technician, pottery, insurance, real estate, truck driving, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Visit us at our main campus in Lumberton or our Comtech location in Pembroke. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Hey, we're Todd Setzer from A&I Fire and Water. Obviously, a big milestone for your corporation. Just talk a little bit about that and what people can get when they call A&I.
Super excited. 2024, celebrating our 50th anniversary. Started here in 1974 in Myrtle Beach. I always had the opportunity to grow and expand in other markets, and so we're excited. Had a great 50th celebration, and looking forward to many, many years to come to continue to service the community and support sports, in particular football.
So what can people get when they call you?
They can get 24/7 emergency response. So we're 365. We do disasters, so everything from toilet overflow, roof leaks. Obviously, you go to the larger scale stuff from larger fires, natural disasters, some of the flooding that we've experienced in our areas. But no matter what, you're going to get a live person, 365, and someone to give you good service and walk you through the process.
I appreciate it. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being a part of Friday Night Rivals.
Thank you.
Again, thank you to A&I Fire and Water Restoration for our halftime report sponsorship. A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. It's 8-6, Conway in front of the Cheraw Braves, and it's time for the Benjamin Franklin Plumbing Scholar Athlete of the Week. Each week, we feature 2 scholar athletes, one from each school. At the end of the season, Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber, will give one scholar athlete a $5,000 scholarship. And here are this week's nominees. From the home team, it's the Conway Tigers' Jordan Presley Courtney. Conway High School, a 5.019 GPA. She's on the varsity swim team and was named the swimmer of the season, captain of the team, and the swim's top tiger. She also plays varsity soccer, and the Conway team made it to the regional playoffs this year. Kingston Presbyterian Church is where she attends, and she's part of the PD Land Trust volunteer group, the Georgetown Wooden Boat Show volunteer group, the Palmetto Girls State Delegate, and the student body president. I think she sells some popcorn, Coach, if you want more here at halftime. For the Cheraw Braves, Alejandro Gaston on this football team, a 538 GPA, so he takes his academics as well as his athletics seriously. A 2-year varsity football player, multiple Player of the Week recognitions on the team by the varsity coaches. He's a volunteer on the 12 and under team. He's the defensive coordinator for that 12 and under football team and the Cheraw High School Beta Club, and he's a teacher cadet in that program. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, the punctual plumber. And, hey, fans, we're giving you an opportunity to vote for tonight's Anderson Brothers Bank Spirit Award. You can scan the QR code for your favorite team or go to ABC's 15X Twitter page and vote for either of tonight's cheer squads, the Conway Tigers cheer team or the Cheraw Braves cheer squad from Anderson Brothers Bank, Conway's cheerleaders. the most spirit? Well, you can go take that QR code right there and vote, or you can go to the ABC 15 webpage or their Twitter page and vote for yourself. It's halftime on the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report. Conway leads Cheraw 8-6 as the Conway Medical Center. It's the Friday Night Rivals.
We'll be back with more from the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime.
Please state the reason for your call.
Apply for a food truck loan.
Great. I heard Rude Duck Zone. Is that correct?
Food truck loan.
Great. I heard Wood Chuck Swarm. Is that correct?
Why do I put up with this?
I heard Nurple Ports Fish.
Okay.
Don't let a big bank make you feel small. No one offers more small business loans than Anderson Brothers Bank. Anderson Brothers Bank, treating you like family since 1933.
Wiring issues? Sparking electrical outlets? Circuit breaker tripping? Call the electrical experts at Mr. Sparky and let us help you with any of your electrical problems. We install whole home generators, electric panels, indoor and outdoor lighting, and maintain solar electrical systems and more. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during normal business hours. No job is too big or too small. Call us, Mr. Sparky, and we'll be right over.
Leaving a legacy is about reaching the end of the track and making sure there's room for new things coming. The old values that built what started stay strong, while new hands take charge. MD Roofing is a house built on generations. That's what makes us strong. So you can trust us to keep your house strong too. We're MD Roofing, and we're part of your strong house.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Here with Tony Zach from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, who's been a major sponsor for this event, Friday Night Rivals, for a while, and also a scholar athlete, going on 5 years now. Yeah. I know that's a big thing for you and your corporation because you get everybody involved in that.
Oh, yeah, it is. We always have such a great time looking at all the student athletes coming through, getting to select the one. What's so hard is that there's only one because they're all so deserving. But to be doing this for 5 years, and now that we're in Florence as well, we're just tickled to death to still be a part of it.
Well, I tell you what, we appreciate it, and I know those kids appreciate it. Anytime you can get an extra $5,000, it's a big deal.
Amen. It really helps out during college time. There's no doubt about that. So any funds are appreciated, and we're just happy to be able to give back to the community.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, my friend.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Trying to get into the end zone, he does. Let's see what happens. Never know. And it is caught.
No way.
Into the end zone. Touchdown for Stroudsburg. Ethan Stutzik with a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Launches, and that one is going to be picked. Sean Legros. Legros makes the cut. Sean Legros.
Great block. Second down and goal. Quick pass, and now they're going to try the double pass. Looking long in the end zone. Is it caught? Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown, Dakari Shanks. Another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. And we've got second down and goal inside the 10. Quick pass over the shoulder. Touchdown. Great catch. His second touchdown of the night. Another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. Boy. And the
Raider wants it all. Has a man. It's caught. It's JT.
the goal line for an SE Tire touchdown.
With the trophy leading the celebration tonight.
We'll be back with more from the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler from Myrtle Beach Hyundai. I'd like to invite you to come visit our new Hyundai dealership right here in Myrtle Beach. It was built with you, our customers, in mind. Hyundai has a great lineup of cars with great deals. There's the Tucson, the Santa Fe, and the Palisade with lots of room. Looking for a small car? How about the all-new Kona? All electric is here with the Ioniq 5 and 6. Hyundai has it all. Come visit us at Myrtle Beach Hyundai, your #1 Hyundai volume dealer of the Carolinas.
When it comes to world-class orthopedic care and sports medicine services, CMC Orthopedics is with you every step of the way. Our team of highly skilled, board-certified orthopedic physicians specialize in a wide range of musculoskeletal problems with both non-surgical and surgical treatments. With a comprehensive range of services and cutting-edge technology, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Recycle Right, South Carolina. Did you finally get around to painting the kitchen? Great news! But remember, paint, household cleaners, automotive fluids, and similar items are classified as household hazardous waste and must be recycled properly. In Horry County, residents can bring these items to the Solid Waste Authority's Household Hazardous Waste Facility located in Conway. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org. Recycle Right, South Carolina.
Robinson Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. Offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, video gaming and simulation, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
It's halftime where the Conway Tigers hold a 2-point lead over the Cheraw Braves on the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report. I want you to stick around after the game for the CW's regularly scheduled Friday night lineup of shows. Whose Line Is It Anyway? And totally funny animals. It's always funny to watch animals doing crazy
Just wait,
stuff.
they got some
and
more
totally
people coming
funny kids. We got Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, the scholar athlete we told you about at halftime. Also, the SEC football is now on ABC. The season kicks off tomorrow afternoon with Arkansas at Oklahoma State, South Carolina versus Kentucky, Tennessee versus the NC State Wolfpack at night. And that is the 7:30 game at South Carolina and Kentucky. You don't want to miss that one tomorrow afternoon. And then, of course, we've got the End Zone tonight at 11:20 with our man Brandon Dunn. It starts right after, or you got to tune over to ABC 15, but the WPDE End Zone tonight at 11:20. Make sure you see the highlights for this one and all of the games tonight. Conway, an 8-6 leader right here on the, and here's the upcoming schedule for the weeks ahead. Next week, we are at North Myrtle Beach with the Loris Lions looking for their first victory, look, they're out to a start of 103-0. North Myrtle Beach is looking for their first victory tonight, but that should be a good one because they are longtime rivals. Then we take a week off. Then we come back on September 27th. Lakewood at Darlington should be a good one. And October the 4th, Hannah Pamplico is at Lakeview. It's time now for the highlights of the first half. And, Coach, we had some not a lot going on in the first quarter, and then Conway finally took advantage of a turnover deep in Brave territory.
And, you know, I've noticed the absence of Zero McClendon, and we didn't see him in the second quarter, Alan, so I'm not sure if he got hurt somewhere along the line. But you can see here not most of it, all the yardage has been on the run. Cheraw has rushed in the first half 106 yards. Conway rushed in the first half 103 yards, and both teams are yet to complete a pass. Cheraw had one fumble, which cost them on the running play, and Conway had one interception. And so other than that, it's been a fairly closely played game and pretty tight in all aspects.
And it's all been on the ground, as this was the only pass that was caught, and it was intercepted in the first half. Neither team completed a pass, as this was the big fumble that was punched out that led to the Conway touchdown, and they had green shirts everywhere on that one. And then Cadillac Brantley takes it down to around the 14, and Chris Williams does the rest of the damage for the Conway Tigers, and they get the touchdown. Here's the two-point conversion, as it was snapped directly to Brantley, and he went in for it. Now the Braves, they go back to work on the next possession. Big hit there by Stubbs, but Justin Joyner did most of the ball carrying on this drive by Cheraw. That was a touchdown-saving tackle right there, but Joyner would keep working on it. Here's McClendon. McClendon turns the corner, a big gainer, and then an extra hit adds to the Cheraw Braves drive that ends up in a touchdown right here. Justin Joyner with the 6.
And then Conway comes back and looks like Allen that they're going to stick it in the end zone. They had some good runs, had some good momentum, but then stalled out down close.
And Noah Legg just tried to run out the clock at the end of the first half. They got it into the red zone, but then penalties hurt them, and we've got to get to a timeout because we are just about set for the second half of the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW.
We'll be back with more from the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? Planet Fitness. Get the classic membership when you join now for $1 down and save at least $28. Cancel anytime with over 2,500 plus locations and equipment for every workout. You can get in and get energized with free fitness training, and most clubs open for 24 hours. Everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. Join today and get our classic membership for $1 down. No commitment, cancel anytime. Save at least $28. Deal ends September 12th.
I know I've messed up in the past. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
To $0!
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really, really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed. Fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
HTC is here to connect you to the things that matter most in your life by providing the area's largest fiber optic network to help you catch up with family. Check the weather for your morning stretch and set the stage for a night in with friends. Because whatever you're into, HTC Internet is here with the largest fiber optic network to connect you to what matters most. Take advantage of these great offers and learn more at htcinc.net today.
Watch Entertainment Tonight
after ABC 15 News at 7.
We're here with Tony Zach from Mr. Sparky, who has been in Florence for 2 years, here on the Grand Strand for a while, a staple in our community. A lot of things going on with you. What can people get when they call y'all?
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're glad to be here again doing the football sponsorship. They can call us if they need something as simple as a light switch We're doing a lot of solar repair now, so we don't do any installations, but we've been repairing a lot of solar installations and anything from an EV charger, a whole house wire, rewire, to generators, surge protection, you name it, we can do it. We're mainly residential, so love being in the community and helping everybody out.
Well, I know you've been a sponsor for a long time, and we appreciate it. You're one of the best, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy being here.
All right. Well, another great one right here to help out on Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, Pete.
Back for the A&I Fire and Water Restoration wrap-up. 8-6, the Conway Tigers lead it to start this second half. Conway in all green with the gold helmets. Cheraw in all white with the white helmets this evening. Coach, we had a very lackluster performance offensively for these two teams. Penalties and, at least for Conway, not turnovers, but the giving it to the other team seemed to be the order of the day.
Yeah, and you know, though, Alan, they both have played extremely well on defense. Of course, he's got an opportunity right here, but didn't quite get that last block. Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime, Alan, because you always go in and try to surmise exactly what the other crowd's trying to do to you. So let's see if something took place there.
Chris Quick received that football at about the 2-yard line, returned it out to the 29, so a 27-yard return for the Conway Tigers is where they'll have it 1st and 10. They deferred their decision to the second half, so they'll have the football first here in the A&I Fire and Water Restoration third quarter.
And, you know, it looks like I always like to know what they run on the first play, and that's their counter, which is what they're best at. And I think they went in and said, you know what, guys, we got to make this counter work for us. Because if you're struggling a little bit on offense, you got to go back to the things you do best as long as their defense accommodate that play.
Cadillac Brantley on the first carry. Last week he carried it just 10 times for 37 yards. His longest carry was for 12. Neither of these teams have had a rush for longer than 13 yards this year.
Yeah, and we just had a penalty, a 5-yard penalty on Conway, and I couldn't quite tell what it was because I didn't see the signal that the official gave. But nonetheless,
false start,
they're looking at first and 15.
Yeah. So, again, man in motion, lead block to the right. They're going to hand off to Brantley. Brantley breaks a tackle, fumbles the football, and it's caught in the air by the Cheraw Braves. They're going to have it deep in Tiger territory.
Yeah, and that ball just got popped out. It looked like he was carrying it precariously, and it just popped out. It looked like he got his helmet or hand on the ball here. It's hard to tell.
Ball was stripped out.
Yep, he stripped it out, and it popped right into their hands. So that's an amazing gift this early in the second half.
And that was Damon Ellerby, who was a backup running back. He was the one who could have had that 2-point conversion for Cheraw, but this time he makes the catch.
Well, I'd rather have this catch than that 2-point conversion myself. Of course, the thing is he could afford to drop that one and fall on it.
Right. So this one is 1st and 10 for Cheraw.
And McClendon does come back into the ball game, Alan. He's kind of bouncing out there, so let's see if he's going to be used this half like he was earlier.
They sweep it to him. And he's going to be hit by...
And they run the sweep. It looks like he got about 5.
Jaden Stubbs takes him down inside the 20. That's inside the That's What Ed Said red zone at the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good first down pickup in the red zone down there.
So Conway fumbles on their first possession of the second half, sets the Braves up in great field position. They hand off to the tailback, and McClendon is hit in the open field. Great job on the tackle.
And that was Tremaine Hunter coming up out of the secondary, and I thought he did a great job coming up and making contact in. I'm not sure that was Tremaine, actually. It looks like it may have been.
It's Davion Rogers.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was actually James Davis, Alan, yeah.
The number 6 instead of number 5.
That is correct.
I thought I saw number 5, but But Rogers,
those numbers are hard to read.
They're
They
very
really
hard on
are.
the dark green jerseys.
Well, it's that gold number with that white outline. It's just tough to see from up here.
So single back pistol, twins to the bottom of your screen, one to the top. Here's the snap, but we've got a penalty before the ball is put in play. So that's going to back up Cheraw.
Pre-snap usually costs the offensive team. Let's see.
This has been an unbelievable penalty-filled ball game for both teams.
Yeah, and they've had penalties when it really hurt. I think that's the important part. And a lot of that, again, is early in the year. We saw penalties in our last. Really, the first game was well played, but our last two have been a lot of penalties.
So single back pistol as Caden Thomas, the starting quarterback for Cheraw. He's going to send a man to the near side. And he's going to give it off in the backfield to Cam McClendon, and he is going to be snuffed.
Yeah, and they tried. That was the corner. Warren Moody coming up, Eric Warren Moody coming up and making the play then for Conway. They tried that same quick sweep.
Hunter Only, Coach. Number 25.
Was that Hunter? Okay, Hunter Only. Okay, my bad. And Hunter Only is another name of a dad that had the same name that played for us in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the screen on these tackles to see if we get a close-up of the tackle.
Yeah.
That's the only way to make out these numbers right now.
Yeah, because you can't see them from up here. Not very well.
We don't get a close-up.
But nonetheless, Hunter did a great job on that one because they thought that was a go-to. Now, they're trying a long field goal here, Alan. It looks to be 37 yards.
Daniel Rhodes.
It is an important kick because it would give them a 1-point lead.
It'd be a 47-yarder. He puts it up. He's got the distance, but it looks like it's wide
left.
Looks
like it's wide, but it's hard to say. And
wide
it
left.
is. Wide left. Boy, I tell you got to be impressed with his leg. Because he had the distance there, he just didn't get it on tap. And it wasn't out much.
Nope.
But that was a big play because it leaves Conway in the lead. You can see there, he's got plenty on that ball, but it's a little bit wide.
So they said that they would go with different kickers, and Daniel Rhodes has been the one that's gotten the most distance tonight. And on the change of possession, the clock is running with 8:15 to go. It's going to be Conway football at the 20-yard line where they fumbled on their last possession.
Conway's attempting to stop the clock here because the clock is running when it's not supposed to.
They finally get it stopped at 8:09.
And they need to put the time back on that clock. Of course, the ball just got snapped, and I don't know if it was to be snapped.
Brantley breaks the tackle, 2, out to the 40, 45, close to the 50. That's the longest run of the year for the Conway Tigers. And Cadillac Brantley.
And, you know, Cadillac looked like he ran with some authority then for the first time. You can see right here, he looks at that defender and said, I'm going to run your butt over. And he does. And then does the same thing with the second one. And if he'll protect that football and run like that, there'll be 2 scores up in a hurry.
A Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down for Conway as Brantley gets a deserved rest after that long run.
I tell you what, when they run one like that, I like to make them run it again, baby.
Yeah. They bring in Mike Williams, though, and he brings the man in motion to the near side.
He's running the counter, and they got run down behind by the counter. Now, I was told a long time ago by a good football coach that when you run the counter and they run you down from the backside, the next thing you need to run is a bootleg right at them. And I don't think they've got that in their repertoire, but nonetheless, if they're running the counter down from the backside, you've got to attack that.
And I believe that is Carter Tillman, who is the tight end. They had him listed as number 52, but I think he's 26.
Yeah, they may have changed his number just to make him eligible, Alan. I didn't ask that question to Coach Pierce.
And coming to the near side is Cadillac Brantley, and a timeout's going to be called by the Conway Tigers. We'll take it with them with 6:52 to go and a 2-point Tiger lead on the Friday night rivals.
When it comes to world-class orthopedic care and sports medicine services, CMC Orthopedics is with you every step of the way. Our team of highly skilled, board-certified orthopedic physicians specialize in a wide range of musculoskeletal problems with both non-surgical and surgical treatments. With a comprehensive range of services and cutting-edge technology, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Yes, sir. Well, we're all working from home today, but I can tell you that the partnership between Anderson Brothers Bank and the Chanticleers is going great.
Here you go. Have a great day.
Get that loan done. We make it easy. Let's go out as champions. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
.6:52 to play in the third quarter. Conway's up by 2, and the fans are enjoying it. The Conway Tigers, it's the MD Roofing and Solar Raise the Roof fan cam. MD Roofing and Solar, building a legacy one roof at a time. And we're putting a roof over the Conway fans because it's raining here at Conway Tiger Stadium. The E. Craig Wall Jr. Memorial Stadium. Northwestern rolling over South Florence right now, 34-0.
At halftime.
And you'd expect that with South Florence without their best 3 running backs.
Sacastee is leading Ainer at halftime, Allen, 7-0. We'll get some more scores here in a bit.
All right. You got 2 people in the backfield with Noah Legg. The sophomore quarterback takes the snap and hands it off to Chris Quick, but the flags fly before the ball is snapped.
And that's going to be illegal procedure against Conway.
False start. And, again, a 5-yard penalty just keeps. I mean, you kept using that term last week, Coach, shooting themselves in the foot. That's what it appears they're doing right now. Everything is with the feet. They're having problems with their feet.
Well, Hartsville still leading Camden 14-7, and that's at halftime.
Twin back pistol. Twin receivers to the left. Here's the snap. Leg. Fakes to Chris this time. Keeps it himself on the counter and goes straight up the middle to the 45. And that'll be about a 4-yard pickup, so it'll be second down, and we'll call it 16. No, second down and 13. So, third down. So, okay. Well, they took it on second down. They had the penalty. I thought they gave it back to them. So it's third down and about 13 after the false start penalty.
Now, what's important here for Conway is if they can get this first down, obviously you want it. But if not, they need to pin Cheraw down.
No question. They're going to go deep, though. This would be their longest pass of the year, but it's intercepted. Intercepted again by Nick Gordon. Gordon all the way out to the 50, 45-40, pushed out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Yep, and that is not what they wanted because you really got to flip the field. If you don't get the first down, you need to flip the field. And they weren't able to do that. That pick was at an inopportune time for them.
I guess he figured it's as good as a punt, but the return was better.
Yeah, and you know, on the deep ball, you can't underthrow a deep ball because a bad cover corner can intercept an underthrow.
That was only his third attempt tonight.
Yeah, he hadn't thrown it much, and I think, you know, and Noah, I know for a fact that Noah's an excellent quarterback. He's just got a lot to learn. He's a little pup still, and he's got a ways to go.
Caden Thomas hands off to his tailback, off tackle right for about a 3-yard gain down to the 35. So we'll call it 2nd and 7.
And, you know, we hadn't called Thomas's name much tonight. He hadn't thrown the ball very much, but he hasn't run it much at all either. They haven't used him really in the running game, but they've had a lot of success with their tailbacks.
He does have one passing touchdown this year. He's 5 of 31 for 128 yards and a 43% completion percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not a bad passer, just hasn't attempted any tonight.
Yeah, but, you know, if you're having any kind of success running the football and you're able to stop the other team and you keep running the daggone football.
No doubt. 5:40 to go on the stop clock. Conway still holds a 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion is the difference in the ball game. And we've got a stoppage, and that gives me a chance to say a happy birthday tonight to my favorite twins, Sonia and Tanya. Sonia Brown and Tanya Morton. They're something years old, Coach. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
Well, they old
Big
enough
party
to be
tonight.
married, evidently.
Yeah, they are. One's married to James Brown,
Okay.
former Sockasty.
Then she's got to be old.
She's not old, Coach. Shh. Sonia and Tanya, like I said, my favorite twins on the planet. And today is their 17th birthday, and they're having a big party for them down in Surfside tonight.
Well, good for them.
So I'm here instead of at the party. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a penalty flag. It looks like comes in late.
Well, usually late, and over there is on the defense, so we'll see, unless you had a receiver over there holding.
That was a huge gain on the play, about 9 yards. So let's see what the indication is. They're going to pick the flag up. So no penalty. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1 from just outside the 10-yard line. It's inside that's what Ed said, red zone.
Yeah, and you know, Conway's been pretty stout down here so far tonight. Both teams obviously have been stout in the red zone, so we'll see if they can come up with anything here.
So 2nd down and 1 at the 11. Here's Legg. Actually, that's Caden Thomas, excuse me. He hands off to the tailback. He breaks a couple of tackles. Justin gets down inside the 5. Justin
Joiner, yeah, I say Joiner, but it's Joint. And, you know, McClendon came in for a couple of snaps, and is that him still in there, or is that 6? No, that's the receiver.
Yeah, it's Joint stays in at tailback. The receiver
is Zay Campbell.
Yep, Zay Campbell. He's got a receiver to the right side as well. They're going to fake it. Quarterback keeps it himself. Caden Thomas close to pay dirt, but he's about 2 yards short.
And, you know, Alan, that was a good call because we said that he hasn't run the ball all night, and yet he did it when it was needed right there and got some good yardage out of that one.
So it's 2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line after they picked up the first at the 5. So twin backs. No, actually, it's still Joint. A single set out of the pistol. Thomas takes it himself, and he's got a lane to the end zone. They're going to stop him. We got a penalty flag all over the field.
Ball comes out. Didn't the ball come out or no?
I don't think so, but penalties were everywhere. We had 2 flags flying from each side of the field. The head linesman says holding on the play, and that's going to cost him 10 yards.
Boy, you talking about a big play down here. Woo, that is a big mistake.
And a good job by Conway defender Jameer Isom for holding his ground.
Yeah, he did a good job of just fighting it off over there then, I thought. And you do have holding, Alan. You're right on that, and that's going to back them up and put them in some tough territory.
So instead of 2nd and goal from the 2, it's 2nd and goal from the 12. And I don't think he got in the end zone on that last play because Isom saw him coming and made an excellent open field tackle. But it didn't matter.
And, of course, they could have taken it there, but I'd rather have that yardage now.
Oh, yeah. So
give him another down.
And goal from the 12. They have to get it in the end zone to take the lead. No chance for a first down. They hand off again up the middle. He's got a big hole. Joint down to the 2, to the 1. He dives for it, but his knees were down already at the 2. So it's going to be 3rd and goal back where they started.
You know, and that didn't look like he had a lot there, but he made it. He made it happen. He got in behind those big linemen, and they couldn't quite locate him.
He juked the first tackler and then ran past 2 more.
So that makes up for the penalty they had.
3rd and goal from just outside the 1. And we've got time out on the field, so we'll take it with them. Conway trying to hold on to that 2-point lead with 3:13 to play in the 3rd. And you're watching the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivalry.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? Planet Fitness. Get the classic membership when you join now for $1 down and save at least $28. Cancel anytime with over 2,500 plus locations and equipment for every workout. You can get in and get energized with free fitness training and most clubs open for 24 hours. Everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. Join today and get our classic membership for $1 down. No commitment, cancel anytime. Save at least $28. Deal ends September 12th.
Unless you're sure an item can be recycled, don't do it. Wishful thinking and/or laziness can result in millions of dollars in removing contaminants. In Horry County, the following items are recyclable: plastic jugs and bottles, glass jars and bottles, aluminum cans, both steel and metal cans, cardboard, newspaper and magazines, office paper, and junk mail. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or recycleritesc.org for more info on how to recycle right, South Carolina.
Left in the third quarter, Coach. 8-6 Conway holding on to a lead, but Socastee has extended their lead over Aner 13-0 now, and St. James looking for their first win of the year, but down 2 touchdowns to Lucy Beckham. West Florence up 27-0 over Marion. And Marlborough County, I knew that would be a tough one against Scotland across the state line, 21-7. But here's third down and goal from the 2, or just outside the 1. They are going to hand it to Joint. Joint fumbles, and it looks like Conway may have it.
Wow.
A disaster upon disasters for the Cheraw Braves. They're saying
calling
Cheraw
it
got
fourth
it back.
down. They're calling it fourth down. So Cheraw's got it back. Now, the good thing for Conway, they got it back when they're on the 3-yard line, so they lost 2. You can see it right here. It comes out, and that was 56 that caused that. That would have been Lou August.
And Demaine Ellerby picked up the fumble and saved the day for the Braves. It's fourth down and goal from the 2, and they're going to try to take the lead with a 21-yard, make it a 22-yard field goal. And this time it's Charlie Phillips. Phillips, the snap, the place, the kick is up. It's got the distance.
And it's
splits
good.
The pipes. And Cheraw takes the lead 9-8 with 2:18 to go on a 22-yard field goal. So a drive after Conway turns the ball over. In plus territory again, the Braves move it down for a 22-yard field goal. They had it inside the 5 for 5 different plays, but still couldn't score.
And, you know, you got to be impressed with Cheraw's kickers. I mean, they kicked one off in the end zone. Even though they missed one field goal, they had good range on the field goal. It was just a little off, and then they made that one at a key, opportune time. Some other scores we have in right now, Alan. Just trying to scan some of them and showing me the college scores. I don't need those because they're all 0-0. Sumter leads Myrtle Beach right now, and it says the second quarter, so they must have had some kind of delay. 27-12. Stratford behind Fort Dorchester, 20-10. Dorman 10-0 over Greenwood. South Florence is down at the half, 34-0 with Northwestern. Dutch Fork over Ridgeview, 31-4. Somerville is behind Berkeley at halftime, 14-10. And we're getting ready for a kickoff, so I'll shut up.
It's Daniel Rhodes, who, again, as Coach said, placed it in the end zone a couple of kicks ago. This time it's going to be caught at the 1, and it's going to be returned by Chris. And he jukes a couple of tackles at around the 15, gets out to the 20, and is spun down at the 21. And you can see that touchdown and all the plays, the highlights from around the area tonight on the end zone on ABC 15 at around 11:20 tonight. That was an end zone touchdown, or an end zone field goal for the Cheraw Braves.
Yeah, and that was a 6-play, 38-yard drive, but it ended up being a 22-yard field goal. And they had possession for 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So we got to see what Conway can do with the ball now.
2:09 to play third quarter. Tigers with the football back. And quarterback's going to keep it himself. Noah Legg. He fakes to Chris Quick.
And he picks up about 5, it looks like, Allen.
Right into the teeth of that Braves defense. Tackle is made by Crawford Poole.
And, you know, I think Conway can be very methodical here. They don't have to take any risks. They can just take their time. We got a player down on the field, Allen. Can't tell who it is at this point. But I think that what Conway wants to do is control that clock and play ball possession football because they're 1 point down. Looks like one of the big linemen, but I can't get a number up here, and it looks like he may be cramping.
Got a cramp. Our first one tonight.
Well, that's always a good sign. We used to tell them on the sideline, they're cramping up, boys. They're cramping up. It may not have been true, but
Damon Ellerby is who it appears to be. Yep, that's it. 6 total tackles and 2 tackles for loss on the season. He's been big tonight. Damon Ellerby, he saved that fumble.
Yes, he did.
3-yard line just a minute ago. So he's playing both ways, Coach.
Well, and that's why he's cramping up, and that's what makes it tough. And, you know, it's a tough decision when you have a few guys that you're trying to use. And he's cramping up in both legs right now. He's grabbing both hamstrings. I don't know if you're going to see him again for any extended period of time.
You give him some salt tablets and plenty of fluid. Pickle juice. Coach, you use pickle juice?
Oh, yeah. Pickle juice is a good deal. Of course, now, there are other things you can do, but I'll tell you later how to get rid of a cramp.
Okay.
Right now, we're going to see this play.
So it's 2nd down and 5 at the 25. Give off right up the gut. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 1.
But I had a trainer one time, Allen, and he thought the best way to get rid of a cramp was to take their bottom lip and twist it. And what happens is all they're thinking about is how bad that hurts.
Yeah.
And the cramp goes away.
Well,
it comes back, though,
it
unfortunately.
It comes back, yes. That was Chris Williams. And we got a penalty against Conway. And I didn't see the indication. Paul, did you see it? Okay. But it's going to cost him 10 yards either way. So it's back to 2nd down and 10. So it was a 5-yard penalty, actually. So it must have been a false start.
They're going to get 5 more right here.
And it's going to be 5 more on another false start.
And that was a pass play because he was setting to pass block then, and he just rocked back a little bit too much.
Hate to call names on penalties, but that one was clear.
Yeah.
The right tackle dropped back on his haunches. And Chris Williams stays in the ball game. Or make that Mike Williams. Mike Williams in the ball game to the left of quarterback Noah Legg. He gets the call. He's trying to fight away from a gang of tacklers at the 20. He gets to the 21.
Yeah, and he picked up close to 5. And I think the backs are running hard on both teams. I see a lot of effort on their part. And yet both defenses have played very stout.
6-yard gain makes it 3rd down and 9. Back in the ball game is Chris Quick. He'll split into the left side as the slot. Got Cadillac Williams back in the ball game, as is Jordan Jenkins.
And Jordan is the guy they want to throw it to down the field. If they can get him in a one-on-one, they're going to take advantage of that.
Here's the quarterback keeper. Fakes the belly dive and takes it himself. And it's going to be 4th down and 9. And let's see what Conway's going to kick it away.
Well, but again, the important thing for Conway, they got the ball down in deep here. And so the bottom line is if they can give it back on the other side of the 50, then they've accomplished what they need to.
1-yard pickup on the play by Legg. Let's see if they let the clock run out. I don't think they can. It's going to be about 2 yards two seconds difference in the game clock and the play clock. So they are going to have to kick it or take the penalty.
And you know, Allen, in watching Conway in practice, August has a very strong leg, but he kind of takes a little bit of time back there. We'll see if he gets it off soon enough. But look at the height he's got on that kick. He's got a strong leg and ought to get a good bounce it's not quite as favorable as they'd like it to be. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't either, but the time runs out as the two guys buried one Conway Tiger in the backfield as if they were trying to dig a hole.
I think he must have been the gunner, and they were just trying to block him, but I don't know why, because they didn't have anybody deep.
12 minutes to play. It's 9-8. Cheraw on top of Conway with the field goal in the third as you watch the Friday Night Rivals presented by Conway Medical.
It's me, the man in the hat, here at Auto World of Conway, and we're proud to celebrate 20 years of offering good cars for good people. To say thank you, you're invited to Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, September 14th. Food trucks, games, music, fun, and more. You won't want to miss this.
When you call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, your very own army springs into action immediately to fight to get you the best result as quickly as possible. Injured, there's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Leaving a legacy is about reaching the end of the track and making sure there's room for new things coming. The old values that built what started stay strong, while new hands take charge. MD Roofing is a house built on generations. That's what makes us strong. So you can trust us to keep your house strong too. We're MD Roofing, and we're part of your strong house.
Hello, I'm Cecil Chandler. Did you know that it's the people that make Myrtle Beach Hyundai so successful? The 2024 Santa Fe Limited, the 2024 Santa Cruz, more than a truck for hauling and cruising. How about the 2024 Palisade, room for the entire family? The 2024 Tucson with great mileage. Plus, we have great service and good deals. Remember, it's the people here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai that make it so successful.
HTC is here to connect you to the things that matter most in your life. With the area's largest fiber optic network, HTC is here with the fastest speeds to help power your day. Do a little multitasking. Keep the peace. All to help your day run smoother than ever before. See how HTC is here to connect you to your world. And take advantage of these great offers today.
The National Desk, weekday mornings at 8 a.m. on the CW21.
takes so long sometimes. I think we couldn't have called a hold because the penalty didn't come in until after the play had been over for 2 or 3 seconds.
Nonetheless, that's Jamar Isom that limped off the field, and he was a corner.
Unsportsmanlike against Conway. That's what I thought it might be.
Okay, yeah. And he must have hit him late out of bounds.
He said something. It was that if we see a replay, you'll see the flag go down about 3 seconds after the tackle was made, and the players were walking off the sideline, and one of the Conway players walked by the official, and he may have said a magic word.
Nonetheless, that is a costly penalty for Conway.
Yeah. Yeah, the
because
magic
it puts them down in close to the red zone.
Sometimes the magic words make you disappear, though, don't they,
Boy,
Coach?
they sure do. Golly.
11-12 to go. And they give it off to McClendon again. McClendon right up the middle. Big hole for the Cheraw Braves all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And you can see a little bit of wear and tear on Conway now, Alan. They're not pursuing
defense
quite as well. And yet, McClendon seems to be the difference to me in this ball game right now. With his absence in there, they weren't as good. But you can see right here, he's got a step on him, and he's got another motor that he can pick it up and go.
On that CNC replay, you saw him literally shed one tackle and then take it straight up the field where there was green turf all the way to that. That's what Ed said, red zone. Lead blocker in front, single back pistol.
Nonetheless, you know who's getting this football every down.
He again sheds another Conway Tiger, but this time he's not going to get rid of the second one.
Golly, he's just bouncing off of people, Alan. He really is a very dynamic. He picks his speed up in no time.
Eric Warren Moody on that stop for the Conway defense. First time we've called his name, but he's been a very integral part of this Conway team for the last couple of years.
And McClendon stands at 5'7", 170, but I think that 170 includes his pads.
Yeah.
It appears that way because he's not carrying much, but he's carrying it fast.
Zay Campbell lines up in the slot. Receiver to the near side is Deshaun Drake. Receiver to the boundary side is Derek Isaac. Single back pistol. Thomas takes the ball, gives it off to McClendon, and he rolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that whole drive was all McClendon then. It was all McClendon.
10-yard end zone touchdown. And you can see that highlight and everyone else tonight on ABC 15 on the end zone.
And you know, Alan, Conway's defense looks like they're playing a little bit tired now. And they played a lot of snaps, and that's got something to do with it.
I said that earlier. When they started to bend, it looked like that they were blowing a little bit. They were huffing and puffing, Coach. And now you've got an extra point that will put them up 2 scores. Actually, it'll put them up a score if they get another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The extra point looks good. It's right down Broadway, and we've got a 16-8 lead for the Braves over the Tigers, and we'll give you all the details of that drive when we come back on the Friday Night Rivals presented by Conway Medical Center.
When it comes to world-class orthopedic care and sports medicine services, CMC Orthopedics is with you every step of the way. Our team of highly skilled, board-certified orthopedic physicians specialize in a wide range of musculoskeletal problems with both non-surgical and surgical treatments. With a comprehensive range of services and cutting-edge technology, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
We at Anderson Brothers Bank are proud of our new partnership with Coastal Carolina Athletics. Now let's meet some of our super team.
I'm Derek. This is Ashley. She does home loans, and I do home runs.
I'm Collier. Long balls bring in the loan request. I played in high school.
I'm Blake. This is Kia. We're teaming up to give you simple, quick, personal loans.
ABB and CCU, we make it super easy.
Hey. The MD Roofing and Solar raised the roof fan cam again. as MD Roofing and Solar are building a legacy one roof at a time, and the Conway fans are subdued right now, Coach.
Yeah, you know, I think they took a lot out of Conway on that last drive. It was a 5-play, 62-yard drive, all on the ground with a 10-yard touchdown. And, Allen, if I'm not mistaken, there has not been a completed pass tonight other than 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
And that's extremely odd for this day and time high school football. Now, back in my days, in my early days, that could have been common play.
Well, finally, Mickey Wilson used it during the Conway National Bank Kickoff Classic press conference, and I like to use it a lot on my show. When I first met you, you were definitely Ground Chuck, and then you became Air Jordan late in your career. Here's the catch at the 5.
Oh, he's got some room, Allen. He's got some room, and that's a great run. I think that tackle was a little bit late out of bounds there, but we'll see if they get it. Nonetheless, it was aggressive. And I believe that was a kicker.
38-yard line, and that was a huge return. Second time tonight, Davion Rogers. Here's the CMC replay, Coach.
Yeah, and you can see the thing that impresses me is that's the kicker right there coming over and making that play on the outside.
It certainly was. That was Daniel Rhodes who made the big stop on the sideline at the 38, but a big return for Rogers.
This is a big drive for Conway, Allen.
Huge. And to give to up the middle, and that is to Aaron Black, his first carry since maybe the first quarter. Aaron Black is going to come out of the ball game for Cadillac Brantley. Aaron Black goes for 1 to the 40. So twin receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Legg looks to the near sideline, and Brantley is to give him a little pep talk. They changed the play. Brantley now to the left of Legg. They're going to give it to him anyway. And he is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage by Demond Ellerby. And
yeah, I'll tell you, Ellerby stepped up like a man then and really met him in the hole and knocked him backwards.
Ellerby, for a big fella, has got some pretty good twinkle toes.
Oh, yeah, to be his size, he moves around extremely well.
He's agile as can be. That's why they use him at tailback sometimes.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to tackle that rascal with a full head of steam.
Twins right, 1 left. That's the boundary side. They fake. They throw it to the boundary receiver. That is Jenkins.
I don't think he got a first down, Allen, so they're going to look at 4th and 1 right here.
Jordan Jenkins out to the 48. Yeah, he needed to get to the 49.
You know, this is a tough call right here. The crowd is calling for him to go for it. You're looking at 1.5 yards, maybe 2. And the thing is, if you don't get this...
Oh, they're going to go quarterback sneak. It looks, they drew him offside, Coach, and they didn't throw the flag.
I don't know if they got that one or not, but it did look like they drew him offsides. If we still got it on camera, I'd like to see it. We'll call down for a replay.
The right side defensive tackle jumped. Cheraw saying
it's their ball, and the official agrees with him.
They're going to they are going to measure finally.
Yeah. And you need to make that measure unless it's extremely obvious. But from up here,
I can't see the football. They got too many players and officials in front of it.
From up here, and I can't see where the ball is. Yeah, he didn't get it.
Too, Coach.
Yeah, I think
it's short. And I thought they drew him offside, though. Boy,
I'd like to see that again on film.
They're saying move it up. Move it up.
Yeah, it's short.
It's short by about a half a football. And it's going to be Braves football with an 8-point lead. Here's the replay.
All right, here's the replay on that. And you can see, Allen, you say that this tackle jumped off.
Right side tackle right here. So he stepped into the neutral zone, but maybe that wasn't close enough.
Yeah, I think they probably made the right call on that one,
Yeah,
Allen.
that may not have been across the line. He'd see in real time there, you can see him move like that.
Yeah.
But the defense can move, the offense can't.
That's exactly right. Now, this is if Conway's going to have a chance here, they've got to make a stop here. Cheraw has a lot of momentum, and I don't expect that they'll do anything other than what they've done, put the ball in McClendon's hands and let him go with it, even though Joint's in there now.
Justin Joint carries for about 4.
And Joint's
just across the 45.
And Joint's been pretty effective all night. He's just not quite as explosive as Zero is.
So second down 6 for the Braves. Dressed in all white tonight. And they're in Tiger territory now. They took it over on downs as Conway was stopped short on 4th and 1. Receiver coming wide to the near side is Deshaun Drake. Zay Campbell is in the slot to the top of your screen. And that is Nick Gordon split wide to the left.
And you can tell that Cheraw is kind of taking their time getting the play in and on the ball.
And they put it in the belly of the tailback. They leave it there, and he gains about 2. Good stop by Jordan Bellamy.
Yeah, and they've got him in good shape right now. What Conway just needs is the football, bottom line. We got somebody on the ground here, Alan. Not sure, can't get a number, but it looks like a lineman.
Might be another cramp, Coach. And I just got word that Socastee leads Aner 13-8. Did you see the numbers that Aner put up last week? I'll tell you about it when we come back. Just under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. It's Cheraw 16, Conway 8 on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals.
Continue your education with Robinson Community College's short-term training programs, offering adult high school diploma, barbering, electrical lineman, EMT, fire and rescue, HR management, law enforcement, leadership, massage therapy, nail tech, nurse aide, pharmacy technician, pottery, insurance, real estate, truck driving, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Visit us at our main campus in Lumberton or our Comtech location in Pembroke. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Franklin Plumbing.
Back on the Conway Medical Center, Friday Night Rivals, Cheraw, field goal in the 3rd, touchdown early in the 4th, takes a touchdown and 2-point conversion lead with just under 7 minutes. It's going to be, after the injury timeout, that was Taylor Gordon, or make that Tyler Gordon, who was suffering the cramp. And it's 3rd down and 4, Coach.
Yeah, this is a big down for Conway. They need to stop here because otherwise they're going to get in field goal range and maybe put this game out of reach.
Single back pistol. Here's the snap. They fake it. Now they throw the underneath, and it's well underneath the intended receiver.
Yeah, that looked like he lost the ball in his hand.
It was intended for Crawford Poole, the running back out of the backfield. That's the first touch that Poole's had tonight.
Well, it's the first touch any of them have had as far as the passing game. So and they're going to punt it down, Alan. And again, their goal is just to get Conway down inside the 10.
Back to receive it for Conway's Tremaine Hunter. He stands inside his 15-yard line. The punter looks like Charlie Phillips.
Charlie's easy to pick up on the field because he's so tall.
Yeah,
and they went after it, and I tell you, they were close, but he got a great punt off, good and high, and it's going to roll down to about the 7. And Hunter needs to get away from that. He got on it, and he needs to get away from it.
Looked like one of your chip shots on golf there, Coach.
Oh, that was a nice punt,
right.
Yeah,
died
sure
just
did.
right.
And, you know, Conway's in a situation now. They don't have to score on this possession, but they got to give the ball back up deep so that they can get it back and score. And so I think that what Cheraw wants to do is not give them the big play. They want to make Conway earn what they get, and they want to make them punt it out.
Long field for the Tigers, though. They start inside their 10. They hand off to Cadillac Brantley, and he just dances around in the backfield until the Braves surround him.
Yeah, he was a little indecisive, it looked then, but I think because he just didn't have anywhere to go.
When you get a bunch of Braves surrounding you like that, you're in trouble. They're about to scalp you. And Brantley lost a yard on the play, so it's going to be, well, they're saying he got back to the line of scrimmage at the 7-yard line, so it's 2nd down and 10. And Legg with a single back pistol. He sends his receivers even further from sideline to sideline. Looking to throw. He's got a double move. Guy's caught. It's caught.
Go.
It's going to go all the way. Looks like Jenkins for the touchdown.
What was that, 95 yards, Alan?
97 yards.
97 yards.
93.
Basically, he threw a hitch and go. The corner bit on it, and he got behind him, and Noah laid it out there. I thought he'd overthrown him initially, but Jordan ran it down. See that hitch and go?
Yep, double move, and then he outran the second safety.
The safety took a bad angle. The corner jumped the hitch, and now Conway's got to go for 2. This is an important 2 as that touchdown was.
No doubt. Noah Legg threw a strike to
And if you got to have
Jordan
one completion,
Jenkins.
That's one to get, isn't it?
Yeah, Jenkins, that's the longest catch of the season. 32 yards was previously the long, and that one was 93. Longest pass of the year by a long shot that we've seen to this point.
Now, I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to have to use my timeout here in this situation unless it was necessary, and it may be necessary, but the bottom line is you still got 6 minutes to play, and if they do score here, it's a tie game. If they don't, you need a field goal, and you may need those timeouts later on.
Josh Pierce calls timeout for the Conway Tigers to set the stage. He had the swinging gate that got the 2-point conversion in the first half. They just snapped it directly to Cadillac Brantley, who went in untouched.
Yeah, and that was a 2-play drive, a 93-yard touchdown pass, took 55 seconds. And that was just what Conway needed.
Absolutely. Biggest play of the year for the Conway Tigers right there. No doubt. Conway's 0-2 on the year, lost to Loris last week, 39-0. They were down 21-0 at the half and gave up 3 touchdowns in the second half.
Wow.
So
well, this is a big 2-point conversion here, Alan. And, of course, Conway has no choice but to go for this.
He sends Jenkins in motion.
One's not going to help them at all. And I'm sure they've got something drawn up, but they're going to have a lot of people in the box.
And he overthrows the receiver. The defender kind of chucked him in the back as the ball went over his head. Great defensive play, but an incomplete pass is going to leave them 2 points short.
Yeah, and, you know, it's still a 3-point game. It's a 1-score game, so that was needed big time either way. And you're a little disappointed that you don't go down there and get that 2, but at the same time, you're still in striking distance. Now, Cheraw, on the other hand, the way they've been running the football in this fourth quarter, if they can take this ball and eat up some clock, that's what they want to accomplish.
Still plenty of time for Conway to get a stop and get the ball back and sustain a drive. You had a great chuck on the back of that receiver by Robert Brown. He's been doing that all night long, Coach. But you think this will light a fire under this Tiger defense to see the offense put up such a great play?
Well, I tell you, honestly, I think what you're going to see out of Cheraw is they're going to put the ball in Zero's hands because he's been the difference in this football game in my mind. And so Conway's they haven't been able to answer him yet. So if they can do that, they got a chance to win the ball game.
With 5:50 play, this is a CMC kickoff, but with 5:50 to play, Coach, do you consider the onside kick here?
No, I'm going to kick it down and put them on a long field. That gives me more opportunity to stop because they still got time to get the ball back.
Totally
now, if it was in the 3-minute deal, maybe 2, then you got to do that.
And they throw kick a nickel ball. It is knuckleball. It is still around. It's still alive.
Let's see whose it is. This is big. This is big.
They tried to catch the knuckleball. They're getting the pile unfoiled, and I believe Conway has it.
Conway's got it, and that ball was squirming around, and I tell you, you won't believe how hard it is to get your hands on a ball like that that's moving around. And Conway's on the field ready to run a play.
Eric Warren Moody recovered that fumble of the knuckleball that hit the receiver. He tried to catch it, which was a bad idea.
And I tell you what, I think you got to give a whole lot of credit then to your kicker, Brantley Hall, because he did a great job with that kick. He laid it right in front of that guy with some air on it.
Yeah. It was Deshaun Drake who tried to receive that kick on the fly, but it bounced off his shoulder pads right into the hands of a Conway Tiger as Mike Williams on first down carries for a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Conway try to run this ball in because what they want to do, they want to run it in. They want to take some time off the clock, not give Cheraw a lot of time to have it back.
Totally
but
agree.
nonetheless, Cheraw has been very stout on defense all night long.
The one completion that either team made tonight was from 93 yards to make it a one-score game. So now, with Williams still in the ball game, twin receivers to the right, one to the left. That's Jenkins to the left. He looks that way and then runs right into a boatload of Cheraw Braves.
And that looked kind of like a lead option. I struggle a little bit to see that. It looked as if something was off on that play. And I want to look at it again here.
Yeah,
but,
I think Williams went the wrong way.
Yeah, it must have, because something was off there in the backfield.
He was holding it for Williams, and Williams kind of stutter-stepped and went left instead of going right.
And nonetheless, it puts them in a 3rd and 13, which is a tough down. You just about got to make this throw when you consider what you've been getting on the ground all night.
Crawford Poole on the tackle for Cheraw. Huge down right here. 3rd and about 13.
Now, keep in mind.
He's got a man open, and he dropped it. He had a man open, Chris Quick. He might not have been inbounds anyway, but he was right at the first down stick and couldn't hang on.
Yeah, and I thought it was good play selection because you can see right here, yeah, he was trying to, part of the drop on that ball was he was trying to keep his feet in.
Trying to concentrate on staying inbounds.
Yeah.
And he took his eye off the ball.
Allen, they're looking at 4th and 13, and this is the play of the game for Conway because they need this. Of course, Cheraw needs to convert, needs to stick it here.
Incomplete, stops the clock at 4:06. Twin receivers right, one to the left. Single back pistol. 4th down play across the middle, and it's intercepted. 3rd interception. Well, that's a fumble. Yeah, he intercepted it, made a football move, and it's picked up by Nick Harbor. And Harbor is going to run out of bounds at the 35 or 45 and maybe a late penalty.
No, I don't think they threw it.
They didn't
see a flag. But nonetheless, that's one of those frustration penalties. And you know what happened then? The ball was thrown. He was trying to get that seam route, but the receiver doesn't appear that he was even looking for the ball. He wasn't expecting the football. That was dropped, I believe, Alan.
Yeah, they did call it a fumble. That's Nick Gordon right there, number 1, not Nick Harbor, the Gamecocks wide receiver. So was that a little late hit?
Are you sure that? Yeah, that was a late hit. Are you sure that was a catch back there?
Yes, I do. And because he caught it and he took a step forward.
Hey, can we see that one more time? Because I'm not sure. Watch right here. I'm not sure that he really brought that ball in.
Okay, catch. And you're right. He might have. Yep. He might have been.
I'm not sure that he had control of that football.
He might have still been bobbling, but
and Conway would rather them had the ball. Well, they'd have gotten it there anyway.
Right here anyway.
Yeah.
Either way, it had been around the 40-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 at the 45 for Cheraw.
And Cheraw just needs to run this clock out. They need to get first downs. That's all they care about. And of course, they do a great job. Well, I thought they had Joyner in the backfield. They let him go.
Had him wrapped up in the backfield. He slithered away and gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, but still, they could have had about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, and every yard's important here because what Cheraw's got to do is control this clock. They want to keep it running. Conway's only got 1 timeout left. Cheraw's got 2. And you might even see Cheraw in some cases let the clock run down to 0 and get a timeout just to exercise that clock.
And they do have 2 timeouts remaining. 3 actually tied into the left, 2 receivers that way, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Deshaun Drake.
Conway's in a cover 2, it looks like, but I think that safety may be rolling up.
Oh, high snap.
Playing
They hand
quarters.
off to Joint. Joint gains about 5 to the 50. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. They let that play clock run all the way down to 1 before they snap.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. They need to milk that clock as best they can. Now, if Conway can get a good play here, they got a chance to get the ball back. But they're going to have to score in a hurry. And I think really all Cheraw wants to do, they're going to play it safe. They're going to run the football as long as they can. If they get stopped here, they're going to punt it down and put Conway on a long field.
So the play clock is at 22. The game clock is at 2:19. So they can get it under 2 minutes before they snap it.
And then they either got to punt it or they'll get a first down here.
Quarterback Thomas takes the snap. 3, 2, 1. And it's another high one, but it gets to Joint. Conway stops him. So on 3rd and long, only a 2-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 4th down. A decision for Andy Poole.
Ain't no decision for me, baby. I'm going to punt them suckers down.
I agree.
On the other hand, I know Conway came in feeling like they had an opportunity to block a punt because the kicker was taking an extra step. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Conway all out going after this punt. And, of course, that's if Cheraw punts it, and maybe they know that their punt block isn't quite what they want it to be.
Somebody called timeout, but it's not indicated on the board yet which team, and I didn't see the official point. I'm assuming that it was a Cheraw timeout.
Yeah, and it's a good time for a Cheraw timeout. He's got 2 left. He uses one here. He makes sure he shores up his punt team, and so that's not a bad call at all on his part.
You see Josh Pierce right there encouraging his team to get out there and get the job done. Now, it was charged to
the clock, yeah.
It was charged to Conway, and now instead of getting the ball in decent field position with a timeout, they're going to have no timeouts to work with on offense.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be surprised if Conway doesn't go after this one, particularly what Coach Andrucci told me in pregame.
Well, they do send Tremaine Hunter back to receive the kick.
And, of course, Cheraw limits you to rush a little bit because they got 4 wideouts in there, and you got to honor those guys.
Well, they don't have they're coming after it, and the punter fumbles.
They played right into Conway's hands. Now, Conway would love to have that daggum timeout back.
Yep, sure would. That would be.
But, hey, they got a chance, and this is what Cheraw did not want to happen and what Conway did. So we're looking at opportunity here.
And it was not a bad snap. It was just took his eyes off
That's a very catchable snap, but there again,
so Conway gets it back. 1st and 10.
And I think you're going to see Conway try to throw the football a little bit right here.
At the 38, pass is caught by the tight end. He's down to the 25, close to the 20, the 21-yard line.
And keep in mind, Alan, that a field goal can win this ball game.
And that was the tight end, big number 86, Blaze Parrott. First time he has caught a pass tonight. First time he's been targeted.
It's only the second pass that's been caught.
That's true.
And they both have been big plays for Conway.
And is Cheraw going to call timeout now? They have to because Conway has
I think they may have a on the field timeout here because you got a guy down back there. Looks like maybe a cramp.
So that was the man who pushed. Yeah, he comes up lame after he pushes.
And sometimes when you try to hold up off the sideline like that, that's when you tweak your ankle.
And that's the second time Tyler Gordon has gone down with cramps. So
it looked like he cramped up before he got off the field then.
Yeah, he was worked on. That's the second time he's been attended to on the field. Stay close after the game because we've got more programming, but then at 11:20, it's the End Zone with Brandon Dunn with all the highlights from high school football around the PD, the Grand Strand, and up into North Carolina.
Well, you know, clock management's going to be so important right here, Alan.
Yeah.
And the only way you can really manage that clock is to throw the football because you don't have any timeouts, but you got to throw the ball. If you complete it, you got to get on the ball. You got to take the ball out of your hand and stop the clock. And if you can run a play and get it off, you do that. But they have no choice but to run it here. So it's going to be on legs, arm. Legs, arm.
Legs, arm. That's exactly right. Noah leg. And his last two passes have been on target for big gainers for the Conway Tigers. But, Coach, still with 1 minute and 42 seconds left, don't you have time to run this ball and get up there and spike it if you get a first down?
Well, you do, but they haven't run it with a lot of success today, Alan.
Yeah.
And so given that, I just think you got to be very cautious when you run the football. You got to feel good about what you got.
Jenkins is wide to the left, Twins to the right. He's got Cadillac Brantley in the backfield. Brantley goes out for a pass. They throw the short one. It's tipped up in the air, almost intercepted.
And that ball should have and could have been caught. Now, he may have had a little too much heat on it. It's kind of hard to tell. We can see on the replay right here, he came out with it, and it was a little bit too much heat. Now, at the same time, when you're stepping up in there, typically that's when you're going to put some heat on it.
Chris Quick was the intended receiver. The ball batted off his shoulder pads and almost tip up the air.
Yeah, nonetheless, I think that's what you got to do right here. They got to continue to throw that ball now. Cheraw's kind of said, we're coming to get you.
And the pass is caught near sideline.
Conway's got to get on the football right now. They got to get on the ball, and they got to either spike this, which I don't know if they can afford to do because it's 3rd and 1. They got to go.
Jenkins on the catch.
No, it's not 3rd and 1. It's 1st and 10.
No, it's 3rd and 1.
Oh, is it? Yes, it is.
3rd and 1. And it's inside the 15-yard line. That's what Ed said, red zone. They give it to Brantley.
And that's the worst thing that could have happened. They got to go. That's why I didn't want to run the football down there.
4th down and 1, and Brantley did not get the first down. And they're taking forever to get their players in. And they don't have any timeouts, so
they got one in and somebody off. They got to go, guys.
Play clock, well, they still have plenty of time on the play clock.
Wait a minute, who's got the timeout?
Well,
what is Cheraw taking a timeout for? Are you kidding me?
That is a lifeline.
Thank you, Cheraw.
That is a lifeline for the Conway Tigers.
Are you kidding me?
Cheraw to call timeout with 45 seconds
And Conway was struggling getting the right people on the field, and Cheraw accommodated them.
Well, I've heard this strategy, Coach, and tell me how convoluted this seems. Some coaches sometimes say, well, they're so close, they're going to score, so let's just go ahead and let them score so we can get the ball back with more time on the clock.
That is extremely convoluted.
I've never
extremely convoluted.
If they're going to let me
Matter of
score,
fact, it is completely convoluted.
Yeah. If you're going to let me score, I'm going to score, and then we'll play whatever's after that.
Yeah,
that may be what they're considering here, and I don't understand.
No, they're not considering that. They ain't bad, stupid.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you, Coach. I'm just throwing out a scenario.
If they do,
I've heard it.
Well,
called by coaches in the past.
heard from a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, good. Well, here's 4th down and 1. They're going to pass. It is caught, but I don't know.
All right, they got to get on the ball and go.
It's at the 10. Now they're going to move the chains. It is a first down.
This is where you spike it, Alan, because you don't have 4 plays anyway. You got to get on the ball, you got to spike it, and you got to go.
Clock stops because they got to move the chains. It's 1st down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Get under center and spike the football.
See if they've called a play. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. That's Chris Quick at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, the clock has stopped, so he may run a play here. I thought the clock was running.
Clock has stopped as they moved the chains, but it should have started when they got him set into the end zone. He had
he missed that one. He missed it.
Open receiver with nobody around him, and it skips off his fingertips, incomplete.
Nonetheless, they're still in good shape. It was first down. He made a throw. I thought it was a good call on the bootleg then. And yet Noah was rolling. He's a left-hander. He was rolling to his right. So that's a difficult throw to make.
Yep. And his most reliable receiver was intended, and he gets one hand on it, and that's it. So
all right, we got
second
goal. And they're going to throw the football here because they got to.
And he's got another open receiver, this time Chris Quick.
Well, actually, I thought that was excellent coverage out of the corner, Allen.
Javon Marshall did a nice job.
Yeah, Marshall really squeezed that and put himself in a position where he could make that play.
But Quick was in front of him. He could have caught the ball and may have fallen in the end zone.
All right, let's see. We got two more downs right here, and there's no opportunity to get a first down. You got to score.
They can kick the field goal and win.
Well, that's right, and you may see that now. Now they're going to be kicking from the hash if they don't complete this pass.
So Noah Legg's
you better make it. You better make it.
He gets all the way
did.
for the
He's
touchdown.
in the end zone.
Noah Legg, 10 yards for the Conway touchdown with just 23 seconds left on the clock.
And you know what? If he hadn't have gotten that, what would they do? They would have to run the quarterback sneak. Watch Legg on the scramble here. This is his biggest play tonight. Now, what I want to give Legg credit for is when the money was there, he made the plays he needed to make. He scrambled in for a touchdown. He made two key throws. I just think that...
and he put that left hand down on the field to keep him upright to get into the end zone.
And, I think if Cheraw... And we got to see, I mean, it's still a ball game, but it's a 4-point game, and you'd have to do something real bad not to come out a winner on this one.
22.8 seconds left in the ball game. Noah Legg is still the 6'2", 205 sophomore. Here's the two-point conversion.
And they do get it.
Now I think he dropped it, Coach.
Did he drop it?
Yeah, he dropped it. He was wide open. There was nobody around him, but he just flat out dropped it in the back of the end zone. So here's the CMC replay, Coach. Look, he's wide open. And he had it in his hands. And
that was a great call.
Yep.
And Allen, that was a 5-play, 21-yard drive, a 10-yard touchdown run by Noah Legg. And I think, he used his arm early, but he used his legs to finish the game off.
Well, he only completed 2 passes, but 2 of the biggest passes of his life. He may be our player of the game.
He completed 5.
He completed 5
yeah, because he completed.
Well, that's right, on that last drive.
Yeah, on that last one.
And that last drive is certainly going to be considered our drive of the game.
Well, and that's what I would think. Now, I was thinking McClendon earlier because it looked like Cheraw had control, but you got to give Conway a lot of credit for just sticking in there and hanging in there. I really thought the game was over earlier, but I give Josh Pierce an A+ on getting his team back in that game.
Boy, the muffed snap on the punt, Coach, gave Conway life.
No question about it. And though, if you don't think the special teams won't get you beat, you just look at games like this.
100%, Coach, 100%. So they're going to line it up all the way on the right hash.
Here's where you ask yourself, do you kick an onside kick? Not because you want to recover it, but you don't want them to run it back. I think you kick it high like they've been doing, and that's what they do. They kind of kick it high and over here in that edge. They did not want Zero to get his hands on it. Now, they've got some room over there. They got some room. Let's see what happens.
SEC on the ABC kickoff is returned all the way out to midfield by number 1, Nick Gordon.
Yeah, and Cheraw is going to have probably 2 plays here, and they're going to have to throw the ball down the field because even with 1 play, if they take an intermediate route, they still got to get in the end zone. So my guess is that they may run a crosser or something, but at the same time, they need to try to pick up 15, 20 yards at least on first down.
11 seconds left. They do have one timeout. They wasted a timeout on the Conway drive for the touchdown.
Well, and they put a little bit of time back on the clock, Al, and they had 11.1. They put 13 back. I think they could reasonably get 3 plays here unless they're extended.
Well, the quarterback takes the snap, throws to the left boundary, and nobody's there.
And that ran about 4 seconds, 4.1 off the clock.
So Caden Thomas has thrown 5 INTs this year, looking for a long touchdown pass. He's thrown, let's see, how many TDs has he thrown? 1 all year long. So 8.9 seconds left. Here's the snap. Looking deep. Got to let it go. Conway, that's a fumble. He gets it back. He throws it downfield. He's got a man open. And a great
and they want to keep him in bounds.
And that's going to be the ball game. Time runs out as Cheraw was trying to break away from an open field tackle, and the Tigers will win it by a score of 20-16.
And that puts both of these teams at 1-2 on the season. It's Conway's first win.
Well, let's see what the officials are talking about now. Cheraw was out to shake hands, and the lead official says there might be time left on the clock.
Well, they got someone standing over a flag back here. We got to see what the flag was, because if it's on Conway, they got another play. Personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, goodness.
So Conway is going to...
That's not good.
Give the Cheraw Braves one more play.
And they'll gladly take it. Now, the tough part of this is the emotional part. It's crazy how that plays into situations like this. But they go off the field extremely ejected.
Here's
now they get a
replay.
chance back.
Okay, he was scrambling. How can you have a roughing the passer?
Right there.
Well,
there ain't no doubt.
In late.
He came in way too late. Now, they got the ball at the 25-yard line, Allen, because they get it from the spot of the foul. Well,
do they? No.
They got it from where the ball was spotted. They got it from the spot.
Oh, okay, that's right. He did complete the pass.
I think Josh is arguing that because I'm not sure that's the right spot.
No, he did complete the pass. So it's added to the yards gain. The officials, I think, got this one right. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now they're calling it on both sides, and I don't get it. Josh is arguing the spot of the ball, and it looks to me like the ball was spotted down the field too far. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Let's see a replay and see.
Yeah, let's see the replay. What we got here, boys? We might have to bring the officials up in the box up here and help them out a little bit, because I'm not sure exactly what the spots were.
Not ready for the CMC replay. So, I was just wanted to know where the receiver caught the pass and was called down.
Yeah, and I want to know where the ball was and exactly what you said, so you see what the options
are. They would
are.
add to the completion. They would add to the yards gained on the play, 15 yards. And then, of course, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, I guess, came in from both sidelines. Here's the CMC replay. Let's see where
the ball was spotted on the 47.
Okay, Coach, they catch the pass,
all right, let's see where they catch it. They catch it at the, well, let's see where he's down. That's the important thing.
He's down.
All right, he's down at relatively the 40, 39,
we'll
41.
Call it the 41. And you add 15 from the 41.
Well, then you're going to be at 26. But now they're bringing it back, because I think it's got to go from back here. There we go. That looks more accurate.
Foul?
Yeah, from the point of the foul, not where he was down on the catch, because you don't get both.
Okay.
You don't get the play in the penalty.
I thought you did, Doug.
Right.
You don't get both.
No.
Okay.
At least that's not what they're doing right now.
No, that's not what they're doing right now. So they're giving him an extra play. This is an untimed down.
Untimed down, so they throw it up, and you throw it up to make the catch here. And what Conway needs to do is they simply need to take this ball.
And the ball is intercepted, even though he was out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass, and the ball game is now over. barring another penalty. Do we see a penalty flag?
I don't see any flags out there.
No.
But, you know, you cannot say that this wasn't an enjoyable football game.
All right.
I thought both teams played their butts off.
20-16 is your final. The Conway Tigers get their first win of the year on the Conway Medical Center Friday.
Leaving a legacy is about reaching the end of the track and making sure there's room for new things coming. The old values that built what started stay strong, while new hands take charge. MD Roofing is a house built on generations. That's what makes us strong. So you can trust us to keep your house strong too. We're MD Roofing, and we're part of your strong house.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Pick up your pet rescue sticker at Belfort Property Restoration, ABC 15, or your local Humane Society.
Back live at the backyard, the Craig E. Wall Jr. Memorial Stadium, where the Conway Tigers pull off a barn burner on their last drive, a 20-16 victory as Noah Legg moved them right down the field. And that is certainly our drive of the game tonight for the Conway Tigers. Of course, Myrtle Beach Hyundai, drive of the game. Myrtle Beach Hyundai, remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. Now, let's send it down to the field as the Conway Tigers are getting together at around the 30-yard line, and we've got a 20-16 victory, the first of the year for your old school, Coach.
Yeah, you know, I was not pulling for them, but it certainly makes me proud that they got on the winning side.
All right, it's time now to go down to the field to our third member, Andrew Mize. He is with head coach Josh Pierce and the winning Conway Tigers.
We're here with Conway High School head coach Josh Pierce. Coach, heck of a game tonight. A lot of adversity, but your team battled. You got it done. What do you think of the performance today?
Yeah, all week we talked about winning a quarter, winning a half, and then winning a game. Proud of the way our guys fought and battled back. Should have never been in that spot, but I'm proud of how they rallied and fought.
One guy in particular tonight had a really great game, Coach. We're going to give the game ball to your quarterback, number 12, Noah Legg. Coach, what do you think about Noah's performance tonight?
Hey, listen, I'd ride him all the way. He's a great kid, good leader, made some good plays down the stretch towards the end of the game.
Game ball presented by HTC, but also, Coach, that's not all we have. We also have the Week 2 trophy for y'all. Big win. Let's celebrate this one as a team.
Grab that, Isaiah. Grab that, Isaiah.
All right, back to Allen.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Andrew. The final score again, the Conway Tigers 20, the Cheraw Braves 16. A couple of really mental mistakes down the stretch for Cheraw, and Conway just capitalized on all the mistakes.
Tigers, baby.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
as my man Ashley coming in. We got to get out of here. For Coach Chuck Jordan, Paul Gable, our statistician, Andrew Mize, and the entire Lucky Dog Television Productions crew on CW21. I'm Ellen Smothers saying your final, Conway 20, Cheraw 16. So long, everybody.
When it comes to world-class orthopedic care and sports medicine services, CMC Orthopedics is with you every step of the way. Our team of highly skilled, board-certified orthopedic physicians specialize in a wide range of musculoskeletal problems with both non-surgical and surgical treatments. With a comprehensive range of services and cutting-edge technology, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Franklin Plumbing.
Storm season is here. Let us help keep your power on. Don't be left in the dark. Prevent power outages and all kinds of weather with a Briggs & Stratton backup generator. We'll help determine the correct size generator to keep the lights on. So keep your family safe and comfortable with the Briggs & Stratton backup generator all year long. No job is too big or small. Call Mr. Sparky and we'll be right over.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed. Fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
Recurring thought, Colin Mockery, and your worst nightmare. It's Ryan Stiles. And I'm Aisha Tyler. Let's make some stuff up. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? The show where everything is made up and the points don't matter. We've got a fantastic show for you tonight, and we're going to start right now with a game titled Hollywood Director. This is for all former performers, so come on down.
Hollywood Director.
The way this game works is that Colin, Ryan, and Wayne are going to act out a film scene. Greg is going to be the director who's going to give the actors notes on how to improve that scene. And the scene you're acting out, gentlemen, is that vampire Wayne is seducing a beautiful Transylvanian woman, Ryan, when suddenly vampire hunter Van Helsing, played by Colin, bursts in. All right, everybody take it away.
Get a chair. You can reach my neck.
Hello, lovely lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
What part of Spain are you from?
The Transylvanian part.
Oh. I have no blood left to give. I've been married 3 times.
Oh. I feel your pain, but let us see if I can
my
find...
breast. Your hands on my breast.
Oh.
I'm a woman. I'm a woman.
May I touch your breast?
Yes, you may.
What is going on here?
Consent?
No. No. You're a dark demon, a vampire.
I'm a dark demon?
You heard me.
Put your hands on my breast.
I don't have to put up with this bull. I'm a vampire. I'm a night walker, but I am not a dark demon. Thank you.
Wow. But,
That's right, my brother. That's right. Stay strong.
That escalated really quickly.
For a minute, I thought I was going to be singing Greatest Hits.